Welcome to Table Goth. We are a group of tabletop gamers and conspiracy theorists. Today,
I am.
Today we will be playing a game of GURPS. The setting is going to be that of a B horror film. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be over the top, and this is also the first time that I will be running GURPS. So for you purists out there, just a heads up, we're going to make a few adjustments, both for the sake of streaming and consumption on the internet, as well as some adjustments to rules to make the setting more appropriate, which we will go over when we encounter them in game. With all of that being said, we are likely to get into some very mature and adult content, some things including body horror and gore, and general horror spookiness. So if you ever find yourself uncomfortable or unable to handle the content, please step away, take a break, perhaps mute the stream, and do something else for a little while, and maybe join us back again if you're feeling up to it. We'll have a good time if you guys can make it through this, and see if they can make it through it. But with all of that, let us first go to our introductions. Mandy?
I'm Mandy Morose, and it's been a second since I wrote this name down. I'm Wanda Dregler. She's a hippie-esque individual, so that's me.
Cool. Bully?
I'm Bully. I'm going to be playing Mason Abernathy, who's just a small town kid with big dreams. Emo dreams, that is.
Big emo dreams.
He's a film buff and enthusiast and emo extraordinaire. An all-around cool guy.
Miss Betty?
I'm Ms. Petty Dreadful. I'll be playing Stacy Cooper. She's wants to pursue journalism, but she comes from a pretty poor family, so she's kind of dealing with her situation as best she can.
Metal Chocobos. I'll be playing Horley Langley, the motorcyclist, conspiracy theorist, gunslinging idiot. I'm also 45, and these are all, teenagers? 20?
45? I thought you were in your 30s. You said you're in your 30s.
No, I'm 40.
Okay.
So, this checks out.
Alright. And I am...
We're none of us are
Old
teenagers.
man.
Shit.
Go in direction.
Anyways, I am Baxy Bro. I am going to be your GM cosplaying as Herb Mollis. And this is The Taste of Truth. Welcome back, and welcome to the town of Lenora, a small town in the southwest corner of Iowa. Lenora was formerly known as Plainsboro up until about 1961, when the town's primary claim to fame was born into existence. That claim to fame was the world's largest cow. The town fairgrounds is adorned with a life-size statue of said massive cow, and the town is a renowned agricultural hub for premium beef products. The town is very small and very much a kind of mom-and-pop environment. Much of the business that is able to thrive in the town is due to the workers that Lenora's legacy MPP brings into town. MPP being the meat processing, packaging plant that employs many of the locals. Lenora is a tight-knit community with plenty of gossip and cliques that emerge into the town politic. The age of the community skews quite older, as oftentimes the younger people will leave for college and never return for permanent residence, besides the few who decide to stay and make their lives the simple ones of Lenora. The last time that we saw our characters, if you guys are Patreons, you will be able to check that out. We did a quick setting and get to know the character situation. During that time, we started with Mason entering Gracie's diner to meet with his friends. They hesitantly told him that unfortunately they would not make it out to the filming that they were planning for tonight to get some establishing shots out in the wilderness because they had a party to go to. Mason, a little disappointed, but cool and quick to play it off, shrugged it and continued on about his day, as Wanda quickly followed into the diner to check in on Grace, as she always does for lunch. Gracie was furious at her appliances and the town's very polluted water. Wanda, always one to take up a cause, was very much enthused to do some light trespassing on Charles Roddenhill's property, the owner of Lenora's MPP. Upon hearing this, Stacy, also having her lunch at the diner, slipped her a note saying to give her a call if she ends up going out there and doing such work. And Mason, also overhearing this, asked for Wanda to be his somewhat guide in the wilderness, as he was in need of some aid and potentially some additional reasons for getting to know the local town girls. She agreed to take him out there, and later we saw our boy Harley waking up around 2 p.m. with his brother after abruptly being hit in the face with a beer can.
Goddamn.
With the unfortunate news that they were out of beer, they quickly headed over to Bert's Beers and Bullets, the local establishment where Harley and his brother Ronnie often go to get their beers and bullets. Stacy works there and happens upon the conversation when Bert mentions that he needs his trailer unloaded because it's growing relatively close to the 4th of July, or the Saturday of, I believe, the 2nd. And in a couple of days, they need to unload all of their barbecuing utensils, and Bert's going to try to win himself the competition. But unfortunately, his 4x4 has shit out on him, and Ronnie and Harley decided to go ahead
Is it Ronnie or Jeremiah?
I
have Ronnie as my dad.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Okay.
It is Jeremiah. My bad. Jeremiah.
I get inspiration.
Yes, you do get inspiration. But also, I'm now changing it.
Oh, shit.
So,
I'm wrong.
Sorry. Jeremiah and Harley offered to take the trailer down there and unload it, in which Stacy accompanied him. Fortunately, upon reaching the fairgrounds in which the barbecue competition is taking place, they realized that Stacy had left behind some crucial elements of their stand. Harley and Stacy returned back to Bert's Bullets and Beer to search for said object. They found it, and they also found Bert's bunker, hidden within the store itself. But much to everyone's dismay, it was locked up tight and unable to be entered. Upon arrival back at the fairgrounds, though, there was a disappointing scene of Jeremiah and altercation with Deputy Arnold, a relatively similarly aged and familiar sight to Jeremiah, as Jeremiah swung upon him and was swiftly arrested and taken to jail, of which Harley was told that he can pick him up after the holiday. So a late night incurred of them unpacking and setting up Bert's stand as he was off bowling. And eventually, we turned back to Mason and Wanda, who found themselves desperately lost in Charles Roddenhill's vast property, managing to just now find, after a very long night of wandering, some service to send a text message to Stacy. Stacy saw the message and quickly co-opted Harley and Jeremiah's truck to take them out into the vast wilderness. Luckily, Stacy, having many lessons from Bert on survival skills, was able to very swiftly track them down. And that is where we will pick up tonight's session. Stacy and Harley walking up a hill where they see the figures of Mason and Wanda seemingly partaking in some recreational drugs. So,
Let me borrow that.
yes, as you guys crest the hill and you guys look at the next hill upon you, you see the two figures out in the sky. You see a faint light, not sure from what.
These are friends, Miss Stacy?
Yeah.
Up there? Alright.
Yeah.
Well, let's go talk to them.
Yeah, I'm going.
I smell something. Smells cheap, but it smells pretty good. So start approach.
Bird always says cheap stuff's the best. So
Off the case.
divorced?
Shut up,
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you two on the hill.
Has the thing happened yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we were laying there, partaking in the supplies she brought, and I was explaining some star stuff.
Yeah.
What does that sound like?
Yeah.
Little Dipper is somewhere.
But yeah, as I'm sort of trying to point out certain ones, I'm assuming he's loudly yelling at her to come up the hill and whatnot. So I'll sit up.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah. Maybe Stacy?
I got your friend.
Don't.
Oh, you
Say
invited
that.
Stacy?
No, well, we were lost. I think we talked about it.
Yeah, no, for sure,
It's-
for sure. I almost forgot why we were out here, man. I've just been enjoying the moment, you know. Sometimes the journey and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, Stacy's. Yeah. And Harley. Hey, man, we're up here.
What?
Why don't we quickly describe what they see arising up on the hill? Harley, describe yourself.
Boom.
Okay.
Stacy is 23. She's like pretty short, a little bit stout, kind of built, and is this like curly blonde mass of hair that she pulls back into a ponytail most of the time. Probably has like a big tote bag with like different books or notebooks that she likes to scratch stuff down in. And
And as they crest the hill to see you two, why don't you give me a quick description of yourselves as well?
Wanda is, I think I said 28. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you're upper 20s.
Yeah, it's 28, 29, something like that. She's tall, and I think the word I used to describe her was like waif-like. Long brown hair, like big dark eyes. She is kind of an interesting style of like old band tees maybe, and then like some, woven sweaters and patch jeans, because she tries not to buy, new stuff to eliminate, as much as she can of her footprint on the planet. And yeah, her eyes are a little glassy right now, but otherwise she's ready to go.
And Mason?
Mason is 20. He's full Midwest emo. The dyed black, straightened hair over one eye that used to flip out of his face a lot. Snake bites, probably does some light eyeliner as well. And usually like hoodies, band tees, and skinny jeans and whatnot. He doesn't go all out, usually just around town. But if he's doing something with like actual cool or younger people, he'll do the full emo get up, but usually does sort of emo light around some of the small town people. And I'm assuming they probably give him shit for it, but
Oh, yeah.
he sort of laughs it off. And he's harmless. He's not so much to where like people are scared to be around him, but he definitely goes for the effortless look, but it's all very meticulous and pre-planned.
Okay. So yeah, you guys quickly noticing the two rapidly ascending the hill. And you two are staring up at the stars, kind of return your gaze back up to the night sky as you have realized your rescue's here, and you want to take one last glimpse into the night sky and kind of soak in the imagery before you are pulled back into the small town of Lenora. As at this moment you hear this drastic tearing sound rip into the sky. And a star that you thought was the Big Dipper, the North Star, begins to grow larger and larger very rapidly. And you guys begin to feel the night sky heat. It's already a hot night in 2nd of July, but the warmth around you guys increases rapidly. And the noise does as well. The night sky starts to turn this orangish to reddish to bright, blinding white heat as you realize the star seems to be falling directly down upon you. And in an instant, it swooshes by. And you guys feel the heat just in the wind of this, some seemingly meteor crashing down upon you. As you guys all duck for cover, attempting to protect yourselves from whatever is about to happen, most likely the end of your life, you realize the last second it zooms overhead, splitting in two, and you see one of the smaller chunks of this red-hot, fiery meteor slam down in a nearby hill, the shockwave of which shakes the ground beneath your feet. Tearing through the forest, you can see a small path there. Looking behind you, you notice that the other larger piece of this molten meteorite slams down at a much further distance away from you.
Holy shit.
Stacy's already moving towards that path that we see.
That is Bert's niece. I follow her. Y'all coming or not? It's finally happening.
You guys,
Uncle's right.
You all
You
saw
see
that
it?
too, then yeah.
Yeah, fluoride and stuff. It's here.
what?
Stacy hears a fluoride and mutters to herself, just, it's for your teeth,
I mean,
and
dude-
she's moving.
Dude, do you know what that is? They seem like they know what that is. Apparently, they were expecting this.
It's a goddamn meteor fell. There's probably intelligent life forms. You gotta read my blog, son. Well, her uncle's.
Or my live journal.
Just get on. Come on.
Stacy.
Get the hair out of your eye
She's
and
not listening to
giddy
this.
up.
Like, she would have let this explanation stand. Like, she's just kind of headed towards it.
Just full sprint.
I'm following
I
too.
feel like we should probably be a little cautious, but I mean, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, I mean, it could be,
Oh, if I had the
radiation
crew out
or
here,
things
man,
like that.
This footage would have been nuts.
Well, you brought the camera, didn't you?
No, I'm not the camera guy. I mean, I did run the camera.
Yeah, you were out here to take
You come
That's
shots,
right.
right? Yeah, you would have the
I'd
camera.
still say that.
You're not the camera yet.
Oh,
Yeah, you look
shit,
down
no,
at his
yeah.
big pack.
Yes, I forgot. No, yeah, that's why I'm here for that. Yeah, for sure. Man, yeah, let's go. Now grab the camera bag and actually, yeah, I'll take the whole bag and I'll make sure it's ready to go as I'm walking behind them.
I'll be going as well. Just kind of, like, nervously walking. Because she's very conflicted about this being a natural thing, but it could be dangerous because it's an unknown thing. And she's just super stoned and trying to sort through that as she walks.
Sure. All right. Yeah, you guys quickly begin to hustle through the woods. Easy enough to follow, as you can see this thing clears just right across and skims right through a few of the smaller ravines and hills that are often found in Iowa. And you see that it lands upon one as you guys crest another. It's a little bit further than you guys thought. This thing seems to have had some great momentum to tear through the amount of forest it did. About 10 minutes later, you guys find yourselves there. You two probably haven't caught up, though, through quite a bit of extra effort, considering how enthusiastic the other two are. And you guys find yourselves seeing the end of this trail of chaos. Yeah.
She probably can't afford like a nice camera, but just wanting to document, she probably has like a disposable one she could take to the pharmacy. So
Sure.
I would say like maybe now and then she would turn the flash on and get whatever picture she could of like the trail, and then as she approaches,
Yeah.
kind of have that up.
For sure. Yeah, you guys do that, and you guys find yourselves at the top, or well, at the bottom of a hill that has been absolutely decimated. The ground around you is scorched, and there's a massive crater. It seems to have split this hill nearly in half. And you kind of look out, and you see a faint glow coming from this crater. It is this kind of ominous blue, pale blue shade of light. Very consistent light that is emanating from the ravine and the crater that is formed. You guys are all probably about equal footing. We'll say probably about 50 yards from said blue light source. You can't quite see it yet.
Do you have your camera out?
Yeah. I need everyone to, like, just stay back for a second. I'll get an establishing shot.
Yeah, record this. And Stacy
Yeah, it would
pulls
probably the
out.
establishing shot is like recording, of course.
And she's writing. She's not listening.
This
She's
actually
writing
also
it down.
has a audio component to it. I don't have all the mic stuff set up, but maybe just like kind of a moment of silence while I set this up.
This is not some
Especially
goddamn
from you.
music video, son. This is
You gotta keep it quiet, man.
the new part of the world. I'll pull my gun out.
Whoa!
It's just it's a meteor, and
You don't know that.
It's not that kind of movie, man.
Well, it definitely could be some kind of
It's only a
radiation. I know
boring
it's
movie then.
glowing blue, but it's definitely
So get a
Not-
shot of that.
normal.
Yeah, that lighting's nuts. Like, don't look at the camera. Look at that.
I'm walking up to the meteor.
I'm in a notebook, just like blue light, just taking like whatever notes I can for later, and then kind of shoving it in. And I guess if he approaches,
Whoa, I think we should talk about, like, plan of action. I think Wanda should go first.
Why?
I mean, look at the shot. Yeah.
You need to take life more seriously, son. This is something big.
I mean,
Yeah, once in a lifetime
Not just-
opportunity, and we're gonna have to send this off somewhere. And do they want to see you waddling up the hill, or want to see someone a little more photogenic actually like approaching this thing?
do you want to?
It's already planned out.
Do you
in my
want me
head.
to just hold it so you can walk up there?
There you go.
You're usually like the front man, right? And it's like you're the reason we're all out
I'm
here.
going.
That's a good idea. I'll give it to you. Yeah, get me and her walking up there for sure.
Okay.
I'll go in front though.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Are you trying to do a good job of capturing this footage?
Yeah, but not the same type of good job he's trying to do.
Okay.
Like,
Not cinematic, but
but like documenting the weird thing. But before they would, like, as he would start to go up first, I would kind of ask Wanda, just nervously, like, do you want to go up if you're worried about radiation, or?
I mean, I'm just gonna kind of skirt it. I'm just gonna let him do his thing, you know.
And so I'll make sure he's in the shot, but more.
No, Harley, definitely check it out first.
I'm already there.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
he's been
Chad.
going.
yeah,
them?
you see Harley is quite a few
make
paces
sure
ahead
it's
of
not,
everybody.
Like, we'll see what happens to him, like, up there, and if everything's cool, then you'll get the shot of me and her approaching.
Yeah, there's radiation.
He wouldn't know that. I would
Yeah, I
say.
can tell.
All right, you guys start approaching
He listens to Bird
the
all
blue
day.
light that's kind of emanating from this crater. Harley, being the first one there, you see this
What superpower do I get?
inside of this crater,
Death.
this oddly rectangular shape, far too manufactured to be a meteor. And you see the blue light is just radiating from the front of it, though it has these very slate black lines surrounding it. It seems to almost be like some sort of screen that's emanating this blue light out towards you, framed by this black metal. And you see it, you're probably about 20 yards away when you finally kind of get the full visage of what this thing is. Definitely not a meteor. It's rectangular and bulky.
Huh. It ain't no meteor.
Do you know what a meteor is?
Yeah, I know what a meteor is.
Okay, just wanted to check real fast. What is it?
I don't take kindly to your, looking down on me, ma'am.
I'm not. I just know the definition is widely debated.
And this ain't no meteor. Take a look at it yourself.
Well, what?
You guys,
We don't
about
really
this.
need the hostility here. It's actually really smart, and if you maybe listen more than you talk, you can learn a few things.
Huh?
About as you guys are saying this and having this conversation, you crest up to about where Harley is, and you see that is not no meteor.
Is that a meteor?
It's not a meteor.
Because I know the definition can sometimes confuse people.
Well, it was a meteor, if I understand right from school. It's a meteorite once it actually hits.
Is that a meteorite?
It's
Yeah,
not. It's not a
technically.
rock, at least.
That's like a manufactured kind of screen.
It's a satellite that fell.
So not
Or
a
it's-
meteorite. Satellite.
The space trash
Well,
that
anything
we're
that's-
constantly
Alright.
Yeah.
just polluting the entire universe with. That could definitely. It's our sins come back to haunt us.
I didn't even think about that. Like, are we polluting space with
We
that
are.
stuff? I always saw it like exploratory, but maybe...
No, we literally send trash out there.
I don't
It's
think your
disgusting.
uncle wants you hanging out with these kind of people.
That sounds like stuff my uncle said before, but that's okay.
We were talking about fluoride.
He talks
This is
about
actually
space
true,
trash
though.
too.
I'm gonna start making my way down.
Yeah, I'm handing off the like I'm not looking at anybody. I'm handing the camera off to Mason.
I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to look. I'm like, yeah, that shot's fine.
Take the camera.
What are you going to do?
Go check it out. And being impulsive, I'm gonna just like shove it against his chest and start to let
Yeah,
go.
I'm not going to let the camera break.
Yeah, that's what I figured, and I'm gonna start to go down.
Okay. Those two begin to head quickly down into the crater to look at this strange rectangular object. What do you guys do?
I look to her to try to take a cue from her.
Do you still feel heat coming off of it?
Yeah, it's hot. It's definitely hotter than it naturally would be, but it seems to be more of like the area around you, like the scorched earth, more than it does to seem to be focused on the object.
Okay.
We were coming there to get water samples, right? Because we were gonna test it.
That was your intent, yes?
Yeah. So I have some like glass jars, I assume.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
would kind of like try to get kind of close and scoop up some of the rock or like whatever, because
Yeah.
it was encased in like a rock type of thing, right?
Not really sure as it flew past you, but
Like it's broken around the screen, or is it just the screen? That's it.
it seems to be this strange rectangular object. Has this deep, dark substance casing what seems to be a blue screen that's emanating very bright light. It's kind of all you see from here. I mean, it'd be like if an iPhone that has a blue light associated to it crashed into the ground.
That's a really good idea, actually. I'll try to get like a pure sample before he gets his hands all over it.
Yeah, I think I'll kind of like
Okay.
follow her a little bit, like keeping a little bit of distance behind just to make sure everything's okay. Wobbling a little bit, and with my jar fiddling to get it open.
Yeah.
That's gonna close up with that.
So yeah, you guys are hurrying down behind you, collecting samples relatively close to the object. You keeping sure she's in frame and getting the close-up shots of the interaction. You guys approach the thing and just get closer and closer. The screen, you notice, that seems to be emanating this light appears to have some cracks in it. It's quite large cracks, and then probably a hole in the center. As well as the outline around it seems to be strangely metallic and perfect. Smooth and impressively durable for how hard it just crashed into the ground.
Yep.
It's
It's aliens.
I don't know about that, but
No
it was
doubt about it.
beautiful yet strong. It's fragile yet perfect. This can't be trash.
Please give me the turn.
Go ahead, Harley.
Alright, I shoot him.
What are you thinking, guy?
I just told you it's aliens. It's plain to see.
The government dumping experimental waste into the stratosphere. That combines
You
both
think
of our...
our government has this kind of technology?
I mean,
Ooh, there is no way that's true.
they're the ones who would be putting the fluoride in if Bert's right. So
So what's your theory?
There is fluoride in the water.
no, there is.
What?
There is.
No, there is. Yeah, it's like it makes your teeth.
Makes you go crazy. That's how they control your mind. You need to listen to her.
What's your theory?
I don't know yet. I don't know enough about it, but it's not. I mean, I've seen pictures of satellites, right? Like in school and online. This isn't. It's not like anything I would have seen. So if it is made by us, right? It wouldn't. It's not something we know about, or at least that like.
It's not public knowledge.
Yeah.
But right now, like, you have no idea.
I mean, Bert would say it's aliens, but Bert says a lot of stuff. Usually he's, got a gut instinct about something being wrong, like the water, right? He says it's fluoride. It's,
Yeah, it is.
well, okay, but it's probably
For fluoride.
someone dumping in the water.
It's
So,
waste from
I don't know.
meat.
I mean, I guess what I'm
Which is
getting at,
reasonable.
like,
Why are we talking about meat
Hey.
plants right now? There's a goddamn UFO here. I'm gonna start tapping her off my gun.
whoa.
I don't listen to kids. Start
What,
tapping.
what were
What are you
you
tapping?
going to say?
The thing.
You're gonna go up to the thing and tap
Tap it
it.
with his gun?
What would you be tapping?
The sides.
Yeah,
Like kicking tires.
Kink,
Yeah.
kink sounds like some kind of like really hard metal.
Solid.
Solid.
No hollow spots or nothing.
Nothing.
The point is, like, I'm actually pretty handy with, like, electronics and stuff, and this actually seems to have some sort of, like you said, like, maybe man-made, and we could poke it
world.
with a gun, but I actually know what I'm doing a little bit, so I'm gonna view the camera again. Make sure to get this.
As you guys are close to the thing, you see the screen itself. The cracks are there, and you see there seems to be some liquid kind of oozing through the cracks.
Get a
Itself
jar.
is blue.
I would say, hold, tense behind it, get a jar.
It's very thick and
Or-
viscous.
Give me the jar.
I put the dirt jar away and pull out another jar. And she kind of like goes up to
I
it.
hand her the camera.
Oh, okay.
But get whatever he's about to do, and I
Okay.
Oh, get the goo first. That's not mechanical.
I go to get the goo.
Okay. You're going to get the goo. Are you right next to her as
I
well?
was gonna
doing
try
something?
to check if this thing's like, if there's any machine components, if I could see anything from no, I'm a techie,
Sure.
tech savvy person. If
Yeah.
I
He's
could
got
at
a
least
little
identify
razor.
what it is.
Yeah. Do you have like a tech skill specific that you
mechanic?
mechanic? Yeah. Give me a mechanic roll. And probably a -3 because this is so foreign.
I got it exactly. So my mechanics
And then you
11, so I
success.
go through as 8, and I rolled an 8.
Yeah. The thing appears to have. Approaching it, you kind of notice it's bulky towards one end. Probably indicates that it opens somehow. Seems to have some sort of door mechanism towards it.
I'm not able to activate that.
Actually, as you're kind of noticing this and realizing it, you begin to interact with the goo that is on the cracked screen that seems to be covering this metal object. And just as you start to scoop it up, I'm going to need you to make a dex.
Cool. Is there any kind of other thing I would...
No, you just go ahead and do the dex roll flat.
Oh, 6. 9, and I have 11, so...
Everyone's rolling good.
Great. Yeah,
And it hasn't rolled yet.
you're very nervous and cautious about this whole situation. I actually also everybody go ahead and make a perception roll as well.
Oh, Lord. Oops.
Cool.
Oh, 10 on the dot.
I needed a 12. 10. I also got a 10, and I needed a 12.
I got a 9, and I needed a 12.
I just go straight. Like,
I got an
that's
11,
it.
needed a
Yeah.
10.
Okay, so you.
Tap it with your gun.
I don't see it.
Okay. So what was everybody's margin of success for that perception?
0.
3.
10 on 10.
2.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, then, so yeah, just as you go to interact with the blue goo, get a little bit into the vial that is there, the whole thing begins to shift, and immediately this kind of seemingly this rectangular buried into the depths of it swings open rapidly, so fast that it almost would take your head off if you were caught in the way. But luckily,
I wasn't.
you're nervous, and your nervous energy was very rapid to expect something from this, and you bounce backwards, avoiding the door as it swings open. And from that, you see what seems to be a blur of things. The door swings open, and inside of this large metal object, you see what appears to be, among this blue, thick, pale, viscous, glowing moisture, the horrifying, mangled mounds of what seems to be flesh. And you see several tentacle-like things kind of warthing and kind of writhing within it. And you also notice that something has crawled up on your arm. Just as you notice that happens, you look over and an arm from this viscous kind of liquid shoots out. It seems to have no real structure to it, but it seems to almost have 3 rudimentary fingers and lashes out towards you. It's going to make an attack roll on you.
Okay.
That'll succeed. So you're going to go ahead and make a dodge roll.
Can I try to smash the jar at it as like a? Would that give me
Parry?
any, like a parry? Is that any kind of advantage to because I see it?
Probably not.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Just asking.
Yeah. It's not probably not that big of a jar. It's probably a very small one.
I'd like a mason
Fuck.
jar.
That's a 13. I needed an 8.
Okay.
I'll sing songs of your character.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. You're crying. So
I waited.
Okay.
We didn't even get like 15 minutes before we did that one.
Yeah.
So you will take 3 damage as this arm shoots out at you, and you kind of see it angling towards where that object flew on you, and it smacks into you, and you see Stacy just go flying away from the shuttle itself. I'm going to need everybody to make a fear roll, which will be a willpower roll.
Do you just want us to tell you our margin of success?
Yeah, that'd probably be better.
Probably easier.
Beat it by 2.
Wait, did I add that thing?
I needed a 10, I got an 8.
needed?
Okay.
I just hit it.
Okay.
It rolls your
that thing?
IQ.
Hey, Zach, can you kick that back up?
Yeah, but I
Bully?
did. So how does Iron Will work with this situation?
So you're going to have
Add
plus 2 to your success, right? So your will will be at 12, base 12.
Okay. 11. So I got a margin of 1.
You got a margin of 7.
Nice.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not even a little scared.
So I think everybody succeeded then, right? Alright, so you guys have passed your first fear roll. Yeah, you guys are completely startled and caught off guard by whatever just happened. This thing came out and slammed into Stacy, knocking her backwards. But you are all free to act. What will you all do?
To reconnect.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to grab the camera. You had the camera last, and immediately just grab the camera
Yeah.
and get all of this.
Is that thing still on my arm?
You look over, and sure enough, you see this thing crawling up your arm and onto your shoulder. It seems to be this strange spider-like creature. It has.
I have a jar.
You could try. Yeah. So you see this spider-like creature.
So it has to burrow in your
It's
No, it's like a-
seems like it might be a spider, but then you look at it and you notice has these 4 tentacle-like legs, not structured like a spider's with joints. And sure enough, you see its body is not round, but like conical. And it seems to be focused at a point, and it has no eyes or other features. It just has these gruesome holes and rough edges as it's crawling up, and it looks like it's about to try to burrow into your face.
Yeah, I want to try to get it in the jar.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me we'll say this is an attack roll at -2. Just the whole thought of you being knocked back and jostled, you're utilizing something to try to grab this in here. Go ahead and give me a dex -2 to try to capture this thing in a jar.
7, so that's 2 success by a margin of 2.
Okay, great. Yeah, success by a margin of 2. Okay. Yeah, you clamp the jar down right on top of the
Can
thing.
I get the lid on?
We'll get
Next
to that in a
round?
second. What else are you guys doing?
You're establishing a shot.
A different kind of shot.
That's what you're doing?
I got both revolvers on the thing. Stacy, y'all, get back to the truck. We need your uncle's arms on this one. What are y'all doing? Get out of here!
I mean, we don't. The thing just could. We don't know if it's actually.
It just attacked Stacy. He's got fire.
I mean, it freaked out. But let's see what's going on first.
Then you can do that, Stacy. Let's leave.
We have a second. This is all in a second.
Yeah, so this happens really rapidly. As he, I guess you're just kind of questioning what's going on. You're not doing anything too crazy.
Yeah,
Any of
I
you
grabbed
guys
the
doing
count for
anything?
her, and I'm distancing myself.
Can you hit the Bluetooth on that?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, there it goes. Next one.
Oh, would I be able to shout something like, "There's one on me," after he's yelling us to get back to the truck?
Yeah, you could try. Yeah.
I could try to yell.
No, you can yell.
Okay. Something's on me.
Is it 9?
Alright. I'll approach Stacy. Well, this is gonna be hard.
So yeah.
So I was trying to back away. I probably kind of like tripped over something on my way up because I had the camera, and then he took it and distracted the stone. And don't kill it. We don't even know what it is. If it's an alien, we want to make friends. And then she like is kind of like looking at.
You cannot know really.
And then I see like that she has it on there, and I like try to get the lid from her to help her.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
Assist.
you scream out, "Don't kill it." You scream out, "What's going on? What should I do?" You're screaming out, "Don't shoot it! Don't shoot it!" And then you have this thing, and she's lunging over to help you. Since you guys are trying to help angle to get this thing into the jar, it's first going to make an attack roll.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably better on my laptop. Yeah, not 100% sure what's going on there, but well, now it works fine. Okay.
Answered everything.
Yeah. So you see it, and you kind of feel like it kind of loosely, like mosquito bites, latch in and anchor onto your skin, and you see it just begin to rev itself up and try to slam itself into you. And you see it fails to penetrate through your skin. But you see this thing is desperately trying to get inside of you.
Okay. Then with her help, I want to try to get it like
Yep.
through the jar.
Yeah, we'll say you can roll your dex without any negatives
No negatives. Okay.
for helping.
6, 7, 8. 10. Margin of 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to get the lid on top of it, close it tight. Then you have this weird quadrupedal conical spider-like creature. You're not really sure what's going on with it. What is everybody else doing? You see this writhing mass is kind of beginning to like emerge from
Yeah,
this
I got
craft.
my guns pointed there, and I go, quick, make friends.
Maybe we need to go get help first.
That's what I just got done saying.
I
can
know,
do
but I
this.
said don't kill it. And now we need to go get help.
Let's go. We got the truck down there.
Leave it to me. I'll give you the camera again.
No, I'll film this part.
I'm gonna step up.
Stacy's holding one of the guns.
Look, we're not here to hurt you. I think we actually might understand you more than you think. If you just give us a chance.
Okay.
Okay.
gonna
Give me
do
a
shit?
dodge roll.
Nice.
Oh, that's easy.
How easy was it?
I failed by 6.
Jesus.
Succeed by 7, fail by 6.
You take one as you get just the same, like, not actually the same one. You see, like, there was that hand like tentacle that shot out at Stacy. Another tentacle, much more kind of pointed, slams into you and knocks you aside, kind of pushing you out of the way. And you see this mass begins to hurl itself out of this strange object and heading directly towards Stacy.
I want to run. The rest of you too.
I would start going.
Yeah, start sprinting.
Thing in the jar. Keep.
Okay, yeah, as soon as you guys begin to sprint away, this thing kind of collapses and begins to convulse.
Oh, god damn it.
And you just see it, the thing just starts writhing like crazy, and then you see it kind of start to struggle backwards, back into its craft.
I kind of look over that jarred thing. I was like, maybe we should kill it now and apologize to the universe later.
I don't think we need to kill anything. This guy's suffered some sort of injury. I think it's scared.
I'll shoot it.
Yeah.
as she pulls the jar out, just
Yeah, you're shooting the jar or the monster that's coming out of
the the thing in. That's what you're talking about too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as you bring the jar up, I'm just gonna.
You're gonna shoot her hand off?
Yeah. He'll she can kill.
Yeah, no, give me a shooting roll. Yeah, we'll say it's at -1. It's not too hard, but it's also like a small thing, and there's a person holding it. So just make sure you don't fuck it up.
You told me we're doing movie grab or thing. Okay.
No, yeah, just.
So
whatever your shooting is, so you should have your
okay.
pistol proficiency is
Yeah.
your skill plus something or minus something.
Dex plus 3, so I gotta get.
Dex just Dex plus 2, so whatever your Dex is plus 2.
One, so.
Okay. So 13.
Okay.
I'm good. 9.
Yeah, sure enough, you just kind of really quickly whip out the revolver
Put
and
it
just
right back.
blow this jar just to smithereens. Stacy, just startled, glass shattering against her a bit, just kind of manages to block her face
Sorry, universe.
as this thing is just annihilated whatever was in that jar. And sure enough, over looking at the craft, this thing kind of collapses into its whatever container it was, and then you just hear this weird kind of hum coming from the ship.
So what is this ship? Alright. I think that killed that thing?
No, they were hurt from the crash, and it sounds like something. I mean, that's a mechanical problem. I can hear it. I've heard. Can you pull the thing out?
No.
You're not strong enough? Damn.
No, I don't want aliens to burrow into my skin.
As you guys hear this, you guys are kind of gathering around and looking at it, and you hear this, and that blue liquid very quickly begins to not necessarily, it kind of recedes into the machine itself that seems to be below it, and revealing all of these kind of intricate panels that seem to be existing within it. And these lights begin to kind of emanate out of the blue kind of glow that was blocking all of them. And and instead you see this gas start to pour out in this just massively rapid rate, just kind of completely fog clouding the entire area. All of you, which would be included. I'm gonna need everybody to go ahead and make me an HT roll.
I succeeded by 2.
Succeeded by 3.
I succeeded by 7.
Jesus.
Failed by 1.
Yeah, Stacy, this is a lot to take in, and you kind of realize you're kind of breathing heavily from this thing about to try to burrow into your flesh, and the gunshot going off right in your face. You have the ringing in your ear. The tinnitus is crushing into you, and you're breathing heavy as the gas kind of pours out over you, and you just and you pass out. Just you hit one knee and do another, and you hit the ground hard, and you guys see Stacy just immediately collapse and pass out.
All right, I'll pick her up over the shoulder. Let's go. I got the truck down there.
I'm curious as to what this ship is.
She needs medical attention, son. Or do you not care about your friend no more?
You guys have moments to react. What are you two doing?
Have her check her out. She knows all about that stuff.
I'm walking. I'm not listening to this punk.
He's running. What are you guys doing?
I'm hurrying after to see if I can administer first aid.
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing, Mason?
Check out the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna need an IQ roll from you to investigate this, if you have any skills that you think would help.
The electronics operation.
Do you have Alienware?
Spyware.
If I hadn't failed it, I have search.
Mechanic. Both are the same, electronics and mechanic.
You could do an electronics roll probably at like a -3. Again, probably just this is so foreign, you're not really sure what's going on. Or you could do just like a general IQ roll at like -2 to search for points of interest.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Failed by 2.
Okay. You two who are just kind of sprinting away from this, kind of enveloped in this gas. I'm gonna need you guys to both make a an HT roll at -1.
What is the con?
And as well as you, Mason.
It's HT.
HT.
Oh,
sorry.
it is HD?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, I should have been above by 4 earlier.
Succeeded by 1.
Succeeded by 2.
So, 12, 8, 10. So, I succeeded by 2.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys managed to both kind of start to sprint away from this thing. The air around you can't quite outpace the rate at which this gas is spreading. It's looking rough. But all of you guys managed to keep your wits about you. What do you guys want to do?
Taking everyone back to the truck. And then taking her to the hospital.
Okay, so you just continue running. You continue
Did you leave the
running.
camera?
Are you
Did
going
you
to do
take the
anything? Yeah, you did have the camera with you.
Oh, I probably set the camera down
Yeah, I'll
and
grab
tossed
that.
it to you or whatever.
Yeah, grab that. I'm gonna get just a good shot of the inside. Try to move some of this smoke and slowly back up. Well, not slowly, no. If I can't make sense of the inside of the ship, I'll try to get enough shots so I can look at the footage later to maybe try to make sense of it.
So you
and then
tried
get
to
out of there.
search the ship, but you didn't really
Oh.
try to make sense of the technology in it. You could
Yeah.
try that if you want, or you can try to back away from it if you'd like. Though you know you turn around and you look and you see they're like completely gone in the gas. You're not sure where they went.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head off in a direction away from this.
Okay, I'm gonna need an HT roll from everybody at -2.
Failed by 1.
Failed by 5.
Is this 6?
It's a 6.
Failed by, you said at -2? I failed by 2 then.
Okay. Yeah, you guys all begin to sprint away from this thing, but one by one, you see in front of you the large figure carrying Stacy fall to a knee, start to hack up whatever sounds like something stuck in its lungs, and just kind of slams into the ground in front of you. And as you go to check on him, you feel yourself as well, just suffocated, weak, fall and collapse on top of him. Mason, You kind of take one last glance, taking your shot, holding your breath, and you kind of go to turn, and immediately as you turn away from the ship, you just start to see ground rapidly approach your camera as you hit the ground.
That's a good camera.
And there, we will take our first break.
Alright.
Okay.
back into our very unconscious player characters.
Everybody know?
Heads up. 7 up.
Stacy.
What you could have.
I was supposed to say you.
Your head is splitting. Would you be much of a drinker? Would you have drinking in your lifetime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not as much.
This feels like a hangover times 1,000. Your head is just completely racking. And you kind of glance up and you see there's just this bright, horrifying light just kind of peering in to what appears to be your bedroom. You kind of glance around and you see the bed that you normally sleep in. Looking over, you see your alarm clock is ticking away. This is July 3rd, or actually, I think it'd be still July 2nd, since we were in the middle of the night, right?
Sure.
It's Sunday, July 2nd. But now, well into the morning, probably like 11 a.m. Your head's just splitting in half, and you have this vague, faint memory of what happened last night, though it's in pieces, kind of shattered remnants of thoughts, and you're not sure if it was just some bad dream, but it feels too real to be that. And you also have this vague, faint, kind of slideshow effect of you stumbling back into your home. You're not really sure how you got there.
So, not to be weird, but what am I wearing?
Yeah, you look down and you're just, you're fully clothed in what you were wearing yesterday.
Okay. Bag.
Say Mickey Mouse beads.
Yeah, you start to glance around. No bag.
Okay, phone. Can I sum that?
Yeah. Your phone's in your pocket, dead.
Plug it in. Okay. Let it charge up a little bit. And then, probably while it's charging, just go out to the kitchen to get a drink. Do I have any memory of Bert's truck?
Well, Bert's truck was broken down, you remember from yesterday, but you don't remember much else about it. Remember you took Jeremiah and Harley's truck.
That's what I mean. Sorry. Yeah.
You do remember that. You remember it up to the point where you left the fairgrounds, but everything from there is kind of fuzzy.
Okay. I'll go get like a cup of coffee, some Advil.
Yeah, you see the coffee pot half full, about to start cooling down. Seems your mother, as usual, on these Sundays during July 4th weekend, she's picking up extra shifts, working through the weekend. Sure enough, there's coffee, warm, about to be cooling down, already made. You see a note on the refrigerator from your mother. It says, "Got in late, hope you didn't party too hardy. LOLs." You see.
Cool, Mom. Probably leave the note up. It's nice to see, even if I didn't get to see her, and then head back to your room with a cup of coffee and ibuprofen and turn my phone on. See if I can get it on. And then I definitely have Wendy's number, so I'll shoot her a text. Wanda, yeah. No.
I'm gonna call
I'm in tasty you. I do call Wendy.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Your head's splitting. You take a big
Wanda.
sip of coffee and you shoot a text over to Wanda. What is this text name?
Say we should meet up to talk about what happened last night.
Okay. A loud vibration kind of happens near your face, Wanda, as you kind of eyes peer open. You also in your bedroom. Again, the same as Stacy, wearing the same clothes as you were last night. Notice and just abruptly awake, head splitting in two, and you see a message from Stacy.
I text her back. how much ecstasy did we take last night? Because I have a wicked hangover.
Send back. No ecstasy. No ecstasy. You were smoking something. I was sober.
Banger party? Question mark.
Aliens with 3 question marks.
You do have some faint like
yeah, I'm like
horror.
trying to like.
It's really hard to discern
Yeah.
from reality from what just
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have that like
Yeah,
weird
I'm trying
faint.
to explain it away by like having a bad trip.
It's
or
like you fell
something.
asleep to a John Carpenter movie. It's
Yeah.
wild.
And so I just type back fuck period to the aliens question.
Yeah, just in response to that, it's 11 now. I just text back like, noon question mark?
You know that your shop probably should have been open 2 hours ago. It's your shift to open it.
It's always my shift to open
Small
it.
business owner life.
I'm just gonna stumble downstairs, write a hasty sign that says, "Sorry, closed for the day." And slap that on the door.
Sure, yeah. Easy enough. You kind of living in the studio apartment above your business. You kind of slide that up there, and you see like one of the more annoying kind of housewives kind of rapidly approaching the door, kind of looking to see that there's movement in the shop. What do you do?
I cough a lot, just like. And then I don't wait for her, and I just walk away.
Yeah, you kind of you do that immediately, walk away, and she walks up with a very disappointed glance at the sign on the door and puts her head down and wanders across the street.
Get your honey tomorrow.
Harley,
I'll get fine.
there's a buzzing. This incessant, no, actually, probably not buzzing, you're 40s. This loud
40.
ringing. Probably a popular Stain song is playing very loudly into your ear right now, as you've set it as your ringtone.
Hell yeah. Oh, fuck.
And the thing is just blaring. Normally you could sleep through it, but your head is splitting just wide open as this noise wakes you up. And typically, you never get sober enough to feel this hungover.
Yeah, this fucking sucks.
But it sucks. And you're woken up and you look over at your flip phone and you see
It's been a while.
the caller ID of Rev Jed.
Rev Jed. That must be the Rev. Pick up.
You set the idea.
Hey, howdy, Harley.
Howdy, Rev.
Hey, how's it going? It's not too
swell.
early, is it? I mean, I tried to wait until appropriate hours.
What time is it?
It's about 11.
It's too early.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. What can I do you for?
Oh no, it's all right. It's sorry to disturb you. I just well, first of all, haven't seen you around church in a while.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Hey, even Jesus took a weekend off.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all right. Listen, this isn't
I'll
quite.
light up a smoke.
He's light up a cigarette, just kind of abruptly woken up. Listen, this isn't quite, a religious call. I actually have some business for you. A couple bucks I can throw you away. There is one hell of a rodent infestation underneath the church right now.
Rodent.
Yeah, I mean, there is, I think that, the demons themselves have risen up. And they are terrorizing underneath this church. And, I just would hate for this to go on while me and the boys light up some Halo on the old Xbox later tonight in our youth revolt session.
Is that a religious game?
Well, I like to pretend that those aliens are demons. And as soon as he says that, you get a flash of, like, the alien thing kind of in the back of your head of, what happened last night. And it's kind of like, you've had a lot of drunken nights, but nothing quite as weird as you remember. Right. It's really starting to fuck with your head about it. Was that real, or was that just, like, one of those crazy drunken supers you get into? But as soon as he says that, you kind of flash over. But he says, "Well, either way, it would really appreciate it if you could come by. I mean, I know you Langley brothers are always looking for a dollar, and I'm always looking for a way to few the pews one way or another. So I mean, if you come on by this morning, I can pay you right well. Come try to get rid of this rodent underneath here."
Of course, Rev. I'm happy to help you. Let me get myself all ready, shower and all that. I smell like a goddamn rat myself.
All right, great. What time can we expect you?
What time is it now?
I said it's 11.
Shit. 1?
1. All right. Yeah, I mean, 1, right? You'll be there.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's just the boys are coming over at like 3. So.
All right, I'll be there at noon.
All right. Hey, God bless.
Yep.
Hang up or dial tone that.
God, I keep trying to get me to play Xbox Live with him. Get it. Whoa.
40.
The console wars.
2006.
Harley the PlayStation man.
Oh, through and through.
Statistically, we all have a Wii.
Would either of you guys be approaching Mason?
I don't think I would have his contact. And if
Wow.
would you have given it to
Well,
me?
let's-
She wouldn't have asked
This is
for it.
super fun. Yeah,
I think you guys work together.
Because we
didn't
worked
you?
from the
Yeah.
gas station. Okay, then yeah, then I would shoot Mason a text.
Okay, sure. What was the
Part
text
of
be?
me. God, there's no group chats in 2006.
No.
Sent him. We should meet up to talk about last night, and then text. Do you still have your camera? My bag's missing.
Yeah, this same thing. Probably yours is in your pocket, so you just feel this buzzing incessantly happening in your leg, and you kind of crack an eye open, head splitting just like everybody else. You reach into your pocket and pull out and just kind of barely glimpse at a message from Stacy before your phone dies.
Wild. Plug it in so I can begin
Plug it in.
charging. Yeah, I'm immediately gonna look for my camera though.
Yeah, you kind of glance around and no sign of your camera. Glance around. You know you had it last night. Not quite sure what happened, but you know you had it.
I'm gonna try to write down what I can remember while it's still not really fresh, but while it's still in my head. If I don't have my camera, I'm gonna fire up the computer, get my blog opened, start free writing a little bit, writing about how I remember Wanda. I remember we were chasing stars, but then something about the stars chased us back in the end. And then I remember there's blue like the ocean. Yeah, there was a cloud we were swimming in. Last thing I remember.
Us.
And it's something about something trapped in a jar. I don't know if it was my heart or something else. So I'm gonna be writing for a while.
Yes. So you get real lost in your MySpace
Yeah.
blog,
I
just
turned the
really ramping it up. Sure.
Similar thing, but less poetry to it. I do just go through like in the hour before I go to meet up with Wanda if he's not texting me back because he's in his MySpace fugue state. Just chronologically writing everything I remember, like from going with Harley.
You go and give me an IQ roll. You're
Yeah.
trying to like piece together the events of the night. Let's see how well you do.
If I'm writing, do I get a bonus?
This is a writing thing. What skill do you have?
Writing.
Yeah, if you have a writing skill, we'll say roll it writing. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, it's the same thing. Exactly.
Okay. So you it takes a little while, but you managed to piece together what you think are the rough events of the night. You, Harley, heading to the fairgrounds, heading back, finding the bunker, going back, Jeremiah getting arrested, you guys going out to rescue them, you finding some strange object. That object has some sort of thing in it. and there's some gas coming out after it
Do I
attacks you.
remember the spider and the gunshot?
You do have a sense, yeah. You remember like there's a
Okay.
creature that crawls out that you guys killed, and yeah, you remember just about all of that until you guys kind of fade out into the gas-ish thing, and you just remember returning to your home.
But I remember walking like up the front.
Yeah, you kind of remember arriving at your home. Not quite sure how.
Okay, so I'll piece that together in a notebook. I'll like outline it, and then I'll make notes with whatever time I have left before I head over to where I know you work.
Okay. Mason, you finish up blogging, and you kind of glance over at your phone, and you see the message from Stacy. What would the message say again?
It said, meet up to talk about what happened last night, and then a message just saying, do you have your camera? My stuff is missing.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the initial, then it died. So while it was charging, I was writing, and yeah, towards the end of my writing, I remember talking about the jar and that creature. It's like a spider catching things and eating their insides. Like my indecision to call you, and I checked my phone.
And hear your voice.
Voice of treason.
Where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
That is what I'm sending Wanda. Before texting her back, I'll text Wanda, where are you? I'm so sorry.
I can't
Then I'll
sleep.
reply to Wanda, yeah, Stacy, let's meet up. Where are you going?
I would just say, Wanda shop. What's the shop called? Do you have a name?
It did have a name.
Okay.
That was one of the homework assignments I don't think I ever actually got from you.
No, I wrote it.
You
The
got called.
tumbleweed.
The tumbleweed? Okay.
Tumbleweed
Try again.
mercantile. That's what it was. Tumbleweed mercantile.
How about?
If there's a homework, I'll do that.
For
And that's it.
fantastic.
That's coming from
Okay.
Mason Wilson.
Which is a bad sign.
Yeah,
Okay.
then I'm gonna head over there. I'm gonna get
Tumbleweed
ready.
at noon. Which
And
sounds
then-
like a cool Western. Or a bad Western.
And then this across the street, is that like open area? Because Wanda has like a pretty decent sized garden, probably like on an old plot of land that her parents used to own, and she like took the house down and just has like a giant garden and her beehives.
Sure.
So can I say it's like over here, close to her?
Yeah, we can definitely say that, yeah.
I forget I got bees.
Bees.
Yeah, there's like a,
Beeps?
what would probably be normally a home lot on the other side of the block near Main Street, is your garden that you grab your organic vegetables and your honeys from, for sure. Would you be going to check on them?
Yeah, I would have grabbed some my CBD infused coffee.
Tight.
I would have been drinking that. It's very revolutionary. It's not really come along, but she's been experimenting with it. Try to calm herself down a little bit, and she.
So yeah, you have a brief, hour and a half before Stacy ends up showing up at the Tumbleweed Mercantile, and you head over to your garden. Looking around, you see your vegetables as normal. Your tea plants are growing up a nice brew, and as soon as you kind of part into the deeper parts of your garden, you begin to notice an odd lack of bees. By now, your bees would have been kind of swarming around. Quite used to you. It seems like they've gotten accustomed to your scent. They kind of avoid you at most costs, but normally you'd notice them. But you notice that they seem to be absent from the garden itself.
I would go check the hives.
Yeah, you go up to approach the hives, kind of glancing over, and you have your normal like white kind of box-like stacks of hives, kind of glancing around, and you see no activity from the exterior.
She would head back to her apartment, planning to don her beekeeping suit so she can further investigate the inside of the hives, pull out the trays,
Sure.
and make sure everything's okay in there.
Yeah, so you return back, and After, about 30 minutes, you return fully to the garden in your full beekeeping suit, which is quite the sight. A lot of times
Just her walking down the street.
yeah, walking down the street in your full suit. You always draw a few, wandering eyes of the locals as they kind of look at old crazy Wanda going to go check her bee plants.
Shit.
And they slurp up that honey so they can deal with it.
But yeah, you don your bee outfit and you head down over to your beehives and you begin to investigate further. Yeah, you begin to pull out the drawers. Seems to be empty, full of honey, but empty. You kind of keep pulling it apart until you see seems to be the queen in the colony. Seems to be somewhat disease stricken. And in odd shapes. Seems to be probably dead, but seems to be somehow infected with something. You're not really quite sure. You've heard of this colony collapse syndrome that is coming on, and you're not really sure what's going on, but your beehive seems to be devastated somehow.
I would some of the jars I keep around that area and wooden outdoor chests. I would grab one out of there and once again collect a sample. I collect her and put her in the jar. Wanda has a lot of research friends who do testings for different things for the government and city officials around the area.
Sure.
So she would collect it and need to send it off to somebody to see if it's an issue.
Give me a perception roll.
Win by a margin of 2.
Margin of 2. They have a margin of. Okay. You don't quite notice anything as you kind of are digging through the contents of all of your things, till you feel this strange tickle on the back of your neck. And then you feel this sharp pain at your ear. And you feel this thing has just attached to your ear and is somehow burrowing into your ear. What do you do?
Wanda would lose her shit. She would yell this whooping yell because she's surprised and
Do it.
no, I can't do it. It has to be organic.
Whoop.
But drawn out, because she becomes terrified and she throws off her helmet and starts kind of trying to pat at it because she doesn't want to hit it in there. And then if it's still not giving up, she grab her water bottle and try to drown whatever.
As soon as you kind of whip your hand up to slap at your ear, you kind of feel this satisfying crunch underneath of it, and you kind of sing it out, and you're just ah! You gotta yank it down, and hopefully I didn't rip my microphone cord out. There we go. But yeah, you just kind of whip it and just kind of slapping away, and you're kind of looking at your bee suit to see if there's a hole or something along those lines, and you just kind of glance down and you see there's just some squashed bug-like creature in your hands, and just kind of glancing at it nervously, and you kind of look down at your beehive, the only thing you've been interacting with, and kind of suspiciously glance.
Okay. Grab another jar. She's just collecting samples, and she just wipes her hand off the edge of the lid there, and tries to squish it in there, and kind of she would just completely take off the rest of the suit at this point, and just it's not protecting her, honestly. So
no bees around.
Yeah, she just shakes it off, and kind of if anyone was trying to see through her garden, they would see her dancing around, shaking out her clothes, kind of losing it. And then she would just kind of kick the suit to the side, look sadly at her beehives, very worried, and grab the 2 jars and start like walking back, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, trying to remember last night, and just kind of head back to her place.
CBD, man.
Sure.
One hell of a drug.
Calm.
You do so, heading back to your shop, waiting your other companions to join you, who have sent the mysterious text. Is there anything you two would be doing before you join up with Wanda?
Getting ready, looking good.
Getting my notes together.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright, if nothing else between you two, you guys would arrive at Wanda's shop, Tumbleweed Mercantile. Door probably locked?
Yeah, because I probably would have gone in the back door, like ground level. She's kind of like running around the store, just like freaked out, just like moving things around, trying to like sort herself and get like the balance of the store feeling right, and trying to like rebalance herself. And so she'd probably be like doing that and like, I don't know, listening to some Fleetwood Mac or something really loudly as she ran around.
Okay.
Have to knock on the window kind of loud, I bet.
Yeah, you hear a loud knock as Stacy has
Probably
arrived.
not.
Or
Stacy
Mason.
knocks.
We arrived at the same time.
Yeah, you guys would arrive around the roughly the same time.
Stacy would arrive first, couldn't get my attention because she wasn't very loud. And
Yeah, I was like a little.
stand there.
That's why I was like, Mason's probably the one who.
Everything alright with you? Cool. I'm not.
You guys just like, is
Are
everything
you-
alright?
are you
with
okay?
her?
I don't really know what happened. I don't know if it was more of an emotional experience. Were you there?
Yeah, I was. I was
Okay,
there, Mason,
yeah, I
and there
know.
was a thing on my shoulder, and
The spider.
Harley shot. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should go inside and compare notes because it's all
And
a
you,
little.
like catching things hitting their insides.
I didn't eat anything.
No,
Is that a song?
No, I think I made that up.
Oh, all right.
Came out in 2003.
Yeah, as you guys are having this conversation about at that point, Stacy, Wanda, you have heard them banging on the door, and you go down and let them in.
Yeah, her normally like pretty sleek straight hair is just kind of like disheveled, and she's like dirt smears on her face and like a little like bit of that bug probably still smeared on herself, and she's like carrying these jars like a crazed person. It's like, you guys are here. Look, she just like holds these up. in her-
Jar.
I take one of the jars if she'll.
My bees, and then that thing.
Yeah, you grab
Is it
hold
my
on the
ear?
jar, you're looking at it. Seems to be just honey. I'm not really sure what's going on, but
What? The bees. They're gone, and this bug was in my ear.
This like there's a bug in here.
Yes.
What do you see in the jar?
if you
What do
look
you
over,
see?
you have the other the queen in the other jars probably,
Mm-hmm.
but besides that, just honey that you've been collecting for samples, like you were saying.
Oh, but the one had the bug
That she
that I
smashed
smeared
against
off,
her
but it
neck.
wasn't there.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you put that into a jar. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
just
you
smear
if
it
you'd
off.
hand that one, yeah,
Okay.
you see a crushed spider.
She's losing it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see a
I-
crushed spider
oh.
somewhat floating
Not
in some
that one.
honey.
I take that one back.
Yeah,
and put it
sorry.
aside, and then this one.
Oh, okay. Like a spider. I kind of like tap at the side of the thing.
Yeah, it's very crushed and dysmorphed. It doesn't
But
quite.
What happened to it?
It was.
I honestly was the type to smash a spider just for doing its thing.
It was crawling in my ear while I was wearing the bee suit.
Oh
Just-
yeah, I've seen you out in that thing.
Just knowing that a spider-esque thing crawled on me the other day, just kind of take a closer look at it and see if it's like it didn't. The thing that was on me didn't seem to have like a thick exoskeleton or anything, so I'd be kind of like looking for that.
Yeah. Give me an IQ roll. Probably -3 unless you have any abilities or skills that you think would be applicable.
The only thing I think is survival, but
Probably not. Yeah. So
Minus
give me an
3.
IQ -3.
I succeed. -3 is 9, so margin of 2.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of look at it and you notice, like you just said, there was no hard exoskeleton at all on the thing that you smashed, and you're looking at this and you don't see any signs of a fully conformed exoskeleton on whatever smush mush is floating around in this jar of honey.
Okay. So it seems okay. I'll let them talk while I kind of look at this.
I don't remember like full like spans of time last night.
Last night was wild. Yeah, I feel the same way.
It feels very disjointed. I don't remember how I got home, and Stacy said we didn't take E.
You remember
so...
looking at the stars, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the less important part of the evening.
No, that's where it started in the stars, and then like the stars came to us. It's like we were boxing.
Notebook
We were
out,
boxing the stars,
and then just.
everything was dark blue.
Have you ever felt alone?
In a crowded
Crowded
room.
And I kind of just turn my notebook of where I've written like the chronology of everything that happened as best as I can remember it happening at what time. This is what I got.
You're glancing over and she fills in a lot of gaps from what you guys have memorized, but everything she's written down sounds accurate. This kind of seems like that sounds like what happens.
And she starts to fidget a little bit. If this is all right, that means that there were 2. Like the whatever
Crashes.
star, one crashed by us, and there was another one. And then she would start to try to see if she could which way she could remember that one would have gone.
Yeah, do you have like a local like native awareness? There's some sort of local
Area
topography.
knowledge?
Yeah,
No.
area knowledge.
Area knowledge
or
is
anything
more
like
like
that?
socially thing. I think.
No, I have. No, the only thing I think is survival, knowing the location based on where we were, which is how I found them. That would be the best I could.
Yeah, sure. You can give me a survival roll then. Yeah, let's do a regular survival roll, whatever your ability is.
So
I also have
12.
survival.
So I lost it by 1.
Yeah,
I know I don't have natural.
you know it's probably landed somewhat nearby Rotten
Yeah.
Hills, but honestly, now that you're thinking back in the fuzziness of the memory, it's
It's
hard to tell what direction
Okay.
from where you guys found it. Honestly, it's hard to tell where exactly you guys were when it landed.
Okay.
The one that you guys even found.
So
I think. Oh yeah, which one of you has my camera? That might be able to answer a lot of this.
that's why I asked
We
if
left
you.
it with you when you went back to film all the crazy stuff.
No.
I had pictures on my disposable too, and they're not going to be as good as your camera. It's not as nice, but
Well,
If I
I
can-
mean, that can work. Where's
but
that?
but my stuff's missing. So
Hang on.
Where's my bag of jars? I know, not as important, but like we did have some samples, and
You're, like,
it's
testing
still
it,
like
yeah.
missing my stuff as well.
Collecting your jar.
what year did that come out? I think that's too late.
He's a muse. Let him do it.
I think it's pretty obvious what happened here. I mean, the only what's his face was there with us. He's probably got our stuff if he hasn't pawned it off already. I'm pretty sure he's drunk, talking about fluoride.
He was drunk,
Yeah.
That was talking about before.
but damn, he's a good shot when he's drunk.
God.
He shot the jar I was
He
holding.
shot my jar. That's right. Please.
Yeah, that thing that was in it, that was on me. He shot it, and then whatever creature was down there.
I remember
Seemed to
most of
give
like
up.
feelings of what happened, but it's useful that you sort of like have these bland, dry memories too.
And with that, we will cut over to Harley.
Killing rats.
It's a little after 12, but you're finally showing up to the church in town. And yeah, you see the door swing wide open to the church as Rev Jed, let me pull up his description real quick.
I think he's a reverend.
You see Rev Jed, a man in his early 30s, very fit shape. But he's not quite from Lenora, he's not a local. But he's quickly taken to the town and kind of been known as the unorthodox church leader. He likes his hymns by guitar and has set up a lot of alternative worship activities. Some of them being nature hikes, some of them being the gaming sessions that he's already mentioned.
How old is he?
He's probably in his early 30s.
Alright.
Yeah,
Wait.
he's bursting out the door and he kind of nods. And
Morning,
says,
Rev. How's the Lord today?
He's blessed good. How are you? How are you, Harley?
Hungover as hell, but I'm here to kill rodents.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite what it is. It sounds, like I said on the call, exactly like a demon underneath the church, right?
Well, I'm here to exterminate some demons for you. You just point me in the right direction.
Yeah, sure. And he kind of leads you around the side of the church, and you see this church doesn't have a basement or anything. It has a crawl space. And he kind of points you to the location of where there's this very small, tight opening in the bottom of the building, and kind of I think that's about the only entrance to the crawl space I have. But
God damn, my knees are good. I'll do it. It's fine.
right. So yeah, I mean, if you could get rid of it, that'd be great. I mean, of course, we'll pay handsomely as always.
That'd be much appreciated there, Father. I know you boys need silence when you play your little video games. You gotta try Ratchet and Clank. It's much better.
Oh yeah, no, I don't touch the PlayStation. That's not what the God wants us to do.
You ever
Yeah.
play Dreamcast?
Oh, a long time ago, but we're on to a new generation.
Not me. All right. I'll check this out for you, Rev. If I need you, I'll holla.
All right, sure thing. I'll be right inside. I mean, unless you want me to wait out here and pray for you.
You can pray for me wherever you want. I'm gonna need it.
All right.
I'll go to my truck and I have traps as a skill.
Yeah.
Could I have made like a rodent trap or something, or
Sure.
A little raccoon trap.
yeah, like that, and bring it over with me. And
Would it be like a lethal trap or like a humane trap? Lethal.
yeah.
I was like, that didn't need to be asked.
Alright. Yeah, so you have like what seems to be like a rudimentary, like kind of like snare trap that would snap together. Is there anything else you're taking with you underneath the church? Just the pistol and a snare trap.
A revolver, snare trap, and a flashlight.
Okay. So you kind of have the flashlight kind of positioned in your mouth just right as you're crawling through here.
And the cigarette in the other.
Huh?
It should work.
As you begin to crawl on through underneath this church. Give me a perception roll.
Absolutely. That's not going to be good. That's 12.
What'd you need?
Missed it by 2.
Missed by 2. Alright. Hey, you're crawling through. You begin to think this guy's hearing the words of Jesus instead of anything that might be rodent-like underneath here. You're not seeing anything,
Rev,
not
son
hearing
of a
anything.
bitch. Falling for it again.
What do you want to do? You're about dead center in the middle of the church.
Rev, I think it's some neighborhood kids messing with you. There ain't nothing down here.
You shout up out.
Yeah.
And you just hear a really faint, "What?"
I have hard hearing too. I go, what?
You hear, "What?"
God damn it, Rev. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you begin to like just crawl backwards, kind of scrounging backwards, and then you begin to hear this foul howling sound, and you glance over, and just as you kind of notice, unfortunately, a little too late to do anything about, you see this mangled house cat underneath this thing.
Oh, it's from Captain Marvel.
As you see this thing kind of start to approach, and it's hissing, and it is pissed, and is full on your side, and it is combing at you fast, just swiping with both its claws.
Not faster than a goddamn gun.
Oh, we'll see. Let's gonna roll ahead and well, it got the jump on you because you didn't notice it, and it snuck up on you. So it's gonna get an attack in real quick. Yeah, you see it. This thing just swipes out with its claw. You manage to roll out of the way just in time, and then you see it goes to bite you. And as it bites you, you see its tongue kind of lash out at you oddly, and and sure enough, you see this thing bites right into you, opening up your flesh. This thing just kind of latches right into your arm. What do you do? You try to shoot it?
Here.
Alright, so give me a shot roll.
Got it.
You're gonna probably take a shot for main hand, but we're gonna say since you're in this confined space, laying down, shooting near your body, it's probably gonna be a -4. A very difficult shot to make in this close quarters.
So, +3 is just I got it. It's
Okay, it's gonna make a dodge roll.
Oh, I got it by 2.
Sure.
If I hear that, I start shooting everywhere.
Yeah.
Here's some weird hymns here, Doc. Doc. Russ.
Dr. Red.
Let's see. It has
Can't not be a doc.
I know.
I was legitimately almost my vampire character name. Dr. Red.
That's awesome.
You'll take 1 point of damage from the bite itself. Its dodge was 9 would be dex. Yeah, you see it manage to scurry out of the way of the shot itself.
Okay. So I just had the light on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the gun. I'm just backing up. Get if it. Oh, I beg you to come over here, cat.
Sure thing. It's gonna. You see it goes to swipe another claw at you.
Shoot it then. I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
I'll
go ahead.
bring it.
Go take a shot.
Yeah, same thing.
So success with
Not 10.
Yeah, you see the claw goes wide. You hit a success by 2. It's gonna try to make a dodge roll. It would be. It just managed to scurry out of the way again. It's too close to your body to get really a hold of it with the gun. And you also notice. Give me a perception roll.
No. 12. Missed it by 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's bitten into you, but it hasn't really done much since.
Great. That's what I thought. So I don't know what made me roll that.
You're just gonna take another shot?
No, if it's. So this thing, it's on me?
Yeah,
still?
the thing's like literally like it bit into you, it's latched on, and it's clawing you. It's trying to claw you. You managed to wiggle away enough,
I'm
but
just
it's
gonna
not
rip
ripping.
this motherfucker off.
Alright, give me a strength roll.
Can I brawl?
Yeah, you can do a brawl roll.
God damn right.
Dex brawl, yeah.
Yeah. It's a 13. God damn. That's a 13.
Hank Hill happened.
So you hit exactly what you need? Okay.
Daisy?
Yeah, it fails its dodge, and you grab a hold of this thing. You grab a hold of this thing and you rip it away from you. You kind of sling it away from you a distance.
Getting the hell out of there. Is Ruff still out there?
As far as you know, I mean, he was
all
out there earlier.
I'm getting the fuck. No, now that the cat's out of here, now I'm gonna take my shot.
Alright, yeah, go ahead. Take a shot. You don't have a negative now. You kind of have it clear in your sights, not quite as close to you. You have a ability to aim a little better.
Alright.
right on the dot. It was a 14. I got +3.
Okay. Yeah, sure enough, you just smoke this thing. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's 3d -1.
Yep.
So 3 dice.
Yep.
That's 9.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
obliterate
okay.
it. As soon as this bullet connects with this cat, it just splatters underneath this church door.
Demons be gone.
Sure enough, let's see, 1 second.
What the fuck you doing?
You feel the bite mark. It starts to sting, burns a little bit more than usual. And you look down and you see the faint semblance of tentacles crawling into your wound.
Can I rip that shit out?
Yeah, you can sure as hell try.
Yeah, I'll sure as hell try. Okay.
He's gonna shoot his own arm.
Oh my god. 14. Missed by 1.
Okay. Yeah, you reach for your wound and you just start tearing at it, but whatever it is seems to have embedded itself into your arm where it bit you. And you begin to feel, and you can probably even see some squirming underneath the flesh as you see just like, there seems to be this pocket moving up your arm. What do you do?
Alright. I'll get.
Actually, go ahead and give me a fear roll right now.
I ain't scared.
Do will.
Are you?
No. Terrified.
Oh no, you're not scared.
I'm not scared. That's 6, 7, that's 8. I beat about 2.
Alright, yeah, sure enough, you keep your composure. There's something in your arm, you're getting the fuck out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get my trusty pocket knife and start carving this motherfucker out. Oh god damn it!
Okay, give me a attack roll for your dex, yeah.
Okay.
We'll say this is like a brawl roll, so roll at a brawl.
Okay. That 6 will also show up. 8, 9, so I beat it by 4.
Okay. Yeah, you fucking just grab this thing, stick yourself right in the arm, right on where that lump is. Go ahead and roll the damage for that. Let's see what a knife damage
Little
would
kids
be.
start filtering into the church right above where you are, just howling and
Oh god damn it! Fuck!
die, you
Demons!
bastards!
Let's-
I can't wait to see Master Chief.
Okay, yeah, knife would be
That's what I assume people who play Xbox sounds like.
I'm the rapper.
what is your strength?
11.
11? And then I believe your thrusting damage with a knife would be 1 die -1. So I'm gonna roll 1 die -1.
3.
Yeah, sure enough, you stab yourself right in the arm, taking 2 damage to yourself. But you manage to rip it out, and whatever lump was underneath that stops moving.
Okay. What the? Okay. This is why you don't fucking. Okay. And I'll make my way out of underneath the church. Reverend there.
Yeah, you kind of slowly arm and crawl nervously back out of this crawl space. And sure enough, the Reverend's just kind of looking down there. Well, I mean, I didn't think you'd need to pull shots off. What was it?
It's this. And I pull the. You're right. It's a goddamn demon. And I'll show him the cat.
Yeah, you throw the cat over. This cat is... Now that you kind of had it out in the light, you see this thing is wounded, mangled. Just the mangiest cat you've ever seen. Just violent. And half of its head's missing from the gunshot.
I'll
kind
kind
of-
of mouth.
Yeah, you glance it up, you open its mouth. Looks to be somewhat normal despite its complete dismemberment.
Okay, now, Reverend. This thing came at me like a rabid cat. You gotta believe me.
Well,
It bit me. Yeah,
I gotta say, this seems a bit excessive. I mean, I've seen some friendly cats seen some mean cats, but I never seen a cat that needs to be shot by a revolver.
You told me to exterminate the demons. I did.
Well, I mean, demons was figurative whenever I was talking to you earlier.
This
Yeah,
thing bit into me.
I thought it was a possum.
Look at this goddamn lump, Rev. Look at that.
Kay glances, he sees the
Look
cat
at the farmer
bite here, and he sees the clear, like, knife wound there. He's like, that doesn't look like no cat attacked you.
Because that's a goddamn demon. It's not a goddamn cat.
Have you been drinking, Harley?
Yeah, not today, because you want me to come here. I'm about to go drink after this goddamn thing. I've had a goddamn morning.
Too many goddamn church.
Yeah, it's starting to make
Yeah,
me
yeah.
uncomfortable, and I don't even attend anymore, and so.
Yeah.
it's
You
no
see, he
longer
kind of
concentrated.
glances at you with a wide eyebrow, and he kind of says, all right, Harley. Well, I mean, thank you, I suppose.
Yeah, your
getting
Halo
this
session will be
pest out.
quiet, so
Yeah, I mean, I might need to explain some holes in the floor, but
I'll
All
patch
right.
them up for you.
well, I mean, I have an extra 20 laying around if you got time.
Absolutely.
All right.
And that's like
That's a business model.
Yeah, and, yeah. He kind of leads you inside, and sure enough, you find some holes on some floorboards you need patching.
Alright. Beer money. I'll go to Bert's though. He needs to hear about this. I'm taking the cat with me.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, you finish up there relatively quickly. Not too hard to patch up a few holes. You head over to Bert's. Back at the shop,
Tumbleweed.
Mercantile.
the Tumbleweed Mercantile, about the same time as all this is going down.
Shoot
After you guys had
gunshots.
just mentioned that Harley had been a weird, conspicuous figure in that night. What would you guys be doing?
I mean, I can
Does someone have his number?
get it.
Yeah, we need to. Gotta approach this a certain way. Guys like him are just, But yeah, we need to get our stuff back from him, and then hopefully we'll have some information on our cameras and stuff.
I'll call Bert. Call the shop.
Yeah, after a few rings, answers it. Hi.
Hey, Uncle Bert.
Oh, hi, Stacy. How you doing, Dumple?
Good. Hey, can you get me Harley's number? I think I left something in his truck.
Yeah, no problem. 1 second, let me check real quick. And you hear him start to ruffle through some papers. You know, Bert doesn't keep anything in digital space. He's nervous.
He's smart.
Hear a lot of ruffling, and then you hear this loud pring of the door opening. And oh, hey, Harley. One second, I was just looking for your number.
You're not gonna believe this. You were
Do I
right.
hear this?
Yeah, he's clearly yelling at.
He's in the shop. He's telling Bert all this stuff, and I just start like ushering everybody out.
It was a goddamn cat.
He's at.
He said, "Well, hold on a second. Let me find your number real quick, and then I'll, then we'll talk." And you hear the phone get
Tell
set
your
down.
uncle to keep him there. I don't think he should be in a place like this.
Yeah, I mean he
Or
hangs
trying
out
to
there.
shop and all that. Yeah, I'm saying
He
instead of
hangs-
him coming here, let's go.
Yeah, I know. That's,
No, you got it.
okay. We'll be there in a second. Just keep him there, and I'll ask him when we get there.
Yeah, you say that, and you hear Bart's clearly set the phone down. He's ruffling through papers, and you hear him hollering at Harley.
Okay.
Yelling
but
about
by
his
the
number.
time he gets the number, we'll be there. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very far. If you guys look at your maps, it's relatively close.
Yeah, it's like right behind it.
Yep.
Yep. Crossover.
Yeah, you guys start to sprint across the block, heading over. Harley, yeah, you enter the shop, and sure enough, Bert's was on the phone. He sets it down. He's, oh, hey, Harley, gotta find your number real quick.
Why you gotta find my number? I'm here.
Well, someone's asking.
Who's
Why else would-
asking?
Stacy?
Why does she want my number?
I don't know. I didn't ask you.
Pick up the phone. Why you want my number?
And you just hear kind of an empty dial. That seems to have already hung up.
There's no one on the phone, Bert.
Hold on a second. I just heard somebody on that phone.
I don't think no one was on that phone.
Are we there?
Are you saying the government's tapping into my phone? Impersonating people I know?
Damn well could be. Because I could believe that after I tell you what I'm about to say to you
Holy
right now.
hell! You see he puts his hands on his head and he's kind of running his hands through his long hair. Bert himself, you see Bert. He is Uncle Stacy's uncle. He's a man about his 40s. He walks with a noticeable limp from his bum knee. He's fairly overweight with a shaggy head of dirty blonde hair and a full, crazy beard to accompany that. He kind of glances over as he's running his hands through his curly, long, dirty blonde hair. And he says, "Holy hell, I think we may have hit the jackpot. They're tapping into my phone systems."
That's just the tip of it, my friend. Because, check this out. I woke up hungover as hell. You know me, I don't get hungover.
You're never sober enough to get home over.
So you know me. And I had this weird dreams about aliens and stuff. And your niece was there. And I perfectly shot the goddamn thing, just like I always knew.
Hold on. Aliens?
Yeah, like it was like a meteorite or something.
Like them Ridley Scott films?
Exactly like that. Like it's kind of like that.
Oh, fuck! Holy hell!
And
Why would the government be tapping my phone if you were the one running into aliens?
Maybe because of state.
About this time, the door swings open and you see the three of them kind of piling into the store.
Bert, the three of them were in the dream.
Maybe if
You see, he kind of goes pale and serious and he glances over at the door.
Be cool.
If you ask Harley about this stuff, I'll talk to your uncle.
Okay. Hey Harley, I was just trying to call you. I was trying to get your number, but Bert seemed like he set the phone down, so I just...
Oh, so you were on the phone, Lon?
Yeah, I called.
You see a desperate glance over here from Bert.
Yeah, I called, but it looked like you were looking for the number, and I knew he was here, and I was across the street, so I just hung up.
That's convenient.
Yeah, so you heard my conversations on the phone?
What? No, I heard you set the...
I think Stacy had something to ask you in private, so these two aren't off each other right now.
Kind of glances over Harley. All right, I suppose we can take this conversation in the back.
Yeah.
Do you have your truck?
Kind of turns around, limps
No,
over.
I actually had
Yeah,
some questions
but,
for you, Bert.
Can I
about
think
the store.
my bag
I think
got left in there
Stacy
last night.
wants. I think Stacy and Harley are something's developing there, and I would know.
Okay, guys. All right, yeah, you guys can use the back. He kind of scratches his neck and kind of glances over it. All right, go on. Kind of gives you a glance, like a knowing glance.
I'm looking confused.
Go on, talk to her.
She just said her bag's in my truck.
Well, go out to your truck, whatever. Who cares?
Hey, wherever you guys need space, take all the time you need.
I'm picking up what he's putting down. Go check it out. I was in it this morning and see nothing, but go find the bag.
I mean, a lot of weird things have been happening. I don't think it's maybe the best idea for Stacy to go out there alone.
How weird.
Pretty weird.
You see, he kind of gets nervous and puts his hands on the counter.
No, not that kind of weird. Like weird.
I'm walking out to the truck.
Yeah, you see Stacy makes a beeline out the store towards the truck. It's parked probably like right on the block,
Yeah.
right? It's relatively around the same block as the... Actually, probably be right in front of the store, actually. So you can jump out and look over in the truck. Give me a search.
Would love to. Searches -2, so 10. That's 12. Okay, I don't know what that is. I think I failed by 1.
Okay, yeah, you're looking around in the truck. Don't seem to find anything of note that's yours. Seems to be a lot of empty beer cans and
Dead
Bags
cat.
of
Can I
Cheeto
get
Puffs.
in?
It's a dead cat in the back.
yeah, no, it's open.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked. Rural Iowa town. Nobody's really locking the doors. A lot of crushed cigarette cartons and a few
You seen my car, right?
wrappers. A few fast food wrappers from towns nearby.
Do you go out with me?
No.
Then I would. Oh, can you help me look? I can't find it.
Yeah. I know what you're insinuating, son. I don't like it.
I don't know what you're talking about, too.
I saw your finger movements. Keep that to yourself and your old friend. And leave Miss Stacy out of it. She's a nice girl. Keep an eye on him, Bert. He's
I
got
always do.
a silver-tongued devil. I'll go help Stacy.
Right. All right. Kind glances over. You see Bert glance over. Y'all don't come to the shop too often. Can I offer you any bullets or beer?
I mean, yeah, I guess some beer would be cool.
Right, you're 21, right?
Yeah.
All right, good enough for me. you see, he turns around, grabs a couple of tall boys, probably like just, bush,
Sure.
regular,
Okay.
slides them over. All right.
So any news today? I know Harley seemed kind of worked up. I don't know if he's flustered about Stacy or something else.
That's gross, man.
It's so
Kind of glances around and says, "You're cool, right?"
Bert. I know I'm a little odd, but people like you know the odds usually the right place to be.
Let's do a reaction roll for you and Bert.
You can try.
Bert hates authority, and you are kind of the opposite of what authority is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably willing to trust you more than he would normally.
I get a +1 on these.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. That would come out to a 9. 9 would put you at... Oh, if I can find the reaction table real quick. Probably not real quick, though, unfortunately.
I was doing the Nickelodeon.
There it is.
When I wait to pay for that theme song.
We did out of order, so it's for use.
Is it? Is it?
Is what?
Oh, shit, where did it go? Sorry, 1 second, guys. Where is the reaction table? It was at the top. There we go. 9 would be actually poor. The NPC is unimpressed by you. So Bert kind of glances and says, alright, sure, quite sure we're in the same corners of World Wide Web, but sure enough, yeah, I'm kind of privy to some knowledge. Maybe Harley's potted on me.
I mean, I just hear that you're the guy to go to for, you know things that most people don't know. And I think Harley might have taken some footage I got. Some pretty crazy things that, I mean, like you said, we run in different circles. I mean, different parts of the web. Parts I don't really understand, but someone like you might. And I'm kind of scared to show it to anyone else, actually. You know, you never know who's watching.
Kind of glances at, oh damn boy, what are you talking about?
You might not be actually interested. Me and Wanda were hanging out last night in the secluded area, and then we saw Harley and Stacy for some reason were there too. And things just got weird, you know. Something fell from the sky, and we checked it out.
Hey, you see his eyes widen as you say fall from the sky.
It might be nothing. I don't know. Could be something, but we don't know because I don't have my camera. So I don't know if you get word that someone found my camera, Stacy's camera.
Right, you know what? That does sound familiar. I have a book just on this. And you see he kind of turns around and starts limping back into the back of the store. And that's where we'll call this part.
Okay.
And we'll move on to the next part when we come back after a short break.
Goodbye.
Excellent.
Welcome back. As we just left our group, Bert has wandered back into his store. And with that, we hear the loud sounds. It sounds like metal on metal scraping,
Uh-oh.
and a loud slamming sound from the back of the shop.
Should we check that out?
So I wanted to clarify what I was doing during this time.
Good.
Because I wasn't saying anything. I came in very somber. I put on my black kimono. I'm in mourning. I'm in mourning because my peas and I don't know what's going on. Really trying to center myself. Taking a lot of soothing breaths. When you passed over the tall boys, she took hers and she sat on the concrete floor, crisscross, cracked it, and just while she drank it. And then when you brought up the night before, the humming became louder. She's trying to force out all the bad memories. But when the clanking noise, she kind of jumps in her crisscross position and splashes with the beer, and the hum kind of squeaks and looks at you.
It's a waste of beer.
Yeah, you see Wanda clearly having some sort of trip on the floor.
Are you okay?
Just trying to recenter myself. The universe is clearly out of alignment, and it is more than just the meat packing plant right now, and it's taking a lot more effort.
I feel that. Sometimes it's like... No, I mean, we gotta check out the back though.
Okay, yeah.
Outside, Harley, you've gone out to help Stacia. She's called out for you. Kind of glancing around in the truck.
Told you. Not in here.
Yeah, but do you remember getting home last night? And she's looking under seats and stuff still, just trying to...
And I remember getting blessed out drunk and having some weird fucking dreams. Why?
So, what's the last thing that you remember?
I was running from... Well, actually, y'all were there. We were running from some kind of gas. You were knocked out. I had you over my shoulder. That's kind of the last thing I remember.
Shit, okay. You don't remember, walking into your house or how your truck got... Did you drive it?
Probably. I mean, probably.
Okay.
Well, you tell him why. Speak your plan, child.
I spoke plainly.
Why are you looking so worried?
Why aren't you looking worried? You don't remember anything that happened? And
I
you
don't
remember the gas?
I don't remember most nights, Stacy.
Most nights, you aren't out on somebody else's Actually, hang on, never mind. You probably are.
Yeah.
I'm not. So
you're telling me that wasn't a dream?
no.
Well then, maybe you'll believe this story. I'll show you my lump. A cat bit me. Something crawled into my skin. Had to stab it. There's a goddamn cat right there. And I'll pull the bag open. Look. Alien.
You see a dead cat. You see a dead, eviscerated cat.
Can't make that shit up.
Harley, it's not that I don't believe... Because you did stab your own arm.
Yeah.
So... But that does just look like a cat.
And I retracted it back. It had these weird things coming out of its mouth, and it's what put it into me.
Okay.
And that checks out with what happened last night then. And your uncle needs to know about this. I don't know what happened to your camera, your bag, or whatever. I don't have it. But
Well,
we need to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, and the camera is going to have better answers than Bert does.
Right.
So we need to find the camera.
I don't know what camera is. Why
That's
you...
Okay, and I start to go back in.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, you guys start to head back into the store. As you kind of open the door to you hear this loud slamming sound coming from the back of the store. And you kind of yell, "Hey, hold on!"
But if I hear that,
Yeah.
the goddamn safe. I start running.
Bunker.
Yeah, the bunker.
Yeah, you as you guys begin to head back into the back of the store, you guys hear the door spring open, the bells chime at the door entrance, and you hear loud stomping as they come storming into the store.
What's happening?
That's what I'm going to check out. Just stay behind me.
Bert's my friend, and I push the boy back.
The boy back.
The boy.
Yeah, he goes to just shove up his way through you. Do you want to resist him or just let him through you?
No, I mean if they're there for sure. I thought we were heading back.
I mean, you guys would be heading back, but he's sprinting basically full speed. If he wants to bull through you, you can let him, or you can try to beat him there.
If he's just going to barrel past me, yeah, I'll step aside and let him go. But I'm gonna stick my foot out.
All right. You give me a dex roll. Yeah, just give you a flat dex roll. See how you do on this.
Mean spirited.
3 1s.
And crit.
Yeah, you
Step on his
you
foot.
see.
Can I dunk on this motherfucker?
You stick your foot out right in the path where there's an opening in the counter space, and you see Harley is leaping right over the counter, far away from you. He does a full
But you
right
see
over
me
it.
do one of these
It's
as
slow
I
motion.
Yeah, he wasn't
land.
even going in that same path as you. He just leaps right over the counter space, jumping over the back.
All right.
Please tell me that's the bunker you're opening in. As I scream going in.
Yeah, you kind of kick open the door. It's kind of like a
Bunker.
loose swinging door. As you kind of glance back and you see, sure enough, there seems to be a light on the wall behind this large kind of metal rafters, the kind of shelving that was blocking the door that you guys had found the other night. You kind of see the light through the window on it. The bunker all sealed up.
Bert,
Yeah,
in there?
You go up to the thing and you start knocking on the glass on the window. No response so far.
I kind of go up. Uncle Bert, what are you?
After you kind of go up to the door, knock, and kind of shout out, no response, and then you kind of glance over and you see the number pad that you guys know was the entrance key. It has a strange, an emblem that seems to have some sort of voice kind of notification on it, sort of voice to talk button, right?
Okay.
Press it. And
Yeah. Uncle Bert.
yeah, you kind of hear a kind of a. Hey, how's it going?
I'm okay. What are you doing in there?
Oh, bunkering.
From who?
Oh, well, your boy out there, that dandy little boy out there, he was mentioning that something fell from the sky, and Bert has a quick quarantine protocol. Anything that falls out of the sky probably ain't gonna be anything good. So I'm gonna stay in here for a few days while you all figure it out.
Should I tell Mom?
I would prefer you tell nobody, especially if any federal agents show up. I know nothing of it, and I am out of town for a few weeks, gone to California for some liberal hippie bullshit.
Can I join you?
I kind of hits the button. Who's that?
Liberal hippie?
Oh, hell no! You hear back.
Bert, hey, Hurley here, friend of yours. Y'all have any weapons that can fight aliens in there?
Oh, hell yeah! You hear back.
Can we use them to
Oh,
investigate?
hell no.
Well, can I come in then?
Oh, hell no. I mean, from what it sounded like, your boy out there said you were there, right?
No. Harley's fine to go in there and stay in there for as long as he needs to, actually. Harley who?
Langley?
Kind of. Well, the whole point of quarantine is not to interact with anyone, so I'll pass.
No.
Sorry about if, it happens to be nuclear radiation or a Russian attack.
No, I get
Because
it.
surely you will die, and I will prevail, but...
No, that's fine. I would do the same thing without with a heartbeat.
Hey, Holly, you my friend, right?
Of course.
Yeah, could you cover up the bunker before you leave?
Absolutely. Permission to use anything in the store?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
Granted, I've
as long as you return it, as long as it's not an apocalyptic situation.
It's gonna beat that probably. Bad stuff happening. Cats eating me. Things inside my arms.
Oh, hell, I didn't even hear the story. Go ahead, tell it.
It's better in person.
Oh, well, yeah, too bad.
Fuck. I thought that would work.
Do you remember any cats?
No, it was a cat in the church this morning.
Hey, Bert, you sure Harley can't go in there with you, man?
Oh, 100%. Now, I do have a bunker guy, in case you're interested. It'll take you a couple months, but...
I'll come get you when we figure it out, Bert. Love you.
Oh, Dumpling, protect yourself. Don't trust anyone, especially that one boy. With the hair. You know what I'm talking about.
I do have good hair. He's talking about me.
No, I got, yeah.
Yeah.
The hair, yeah.
Alright, we'll check on you in a few days.
He's got rations.
I know that. Alright,
and
see
I
ya.
start to head out because
Where are you going?
Bunker.
just out into the store. We're in the back.
What's out there?
Alright.
What's the next step here?
The next step here is we're gonna hide the
If
bunker.
we're gonna talk, let's talk somewhere like here. It seems a little more secluded.
Alright.
If we talk about this stuff around the wrong people, you get reactions like this. So let's maybe figure out what actually happened before, getting all crazy. We did drugs. I'm assuming it has something to do with that.
What kind of drugs?
We smoked some weed. It's not like we did drugs. Like I
It's
didn't drop
cannabis.
LSD or anything. It's not.
Will it lace with anything?
I assumed you laced it with something.
Why
Oh,
would I lace it with something? It was just relaxing,
Because I'm-
enjoying nature.
I was sober.
what?
So
Yeah.
I was drunk.
So, yeah.
Tipsy.
You were drunk.
Like I said, I remember how I felt at certain times, but not a lot of the concrete details. But Stacy had some pretty good stuff, yeah.
It matched up with everybody, right?
Yeah, as weird as it is, it kind of is ringing some bells for sure.
And then the thing with the spider. His thing with the cat.
Well, I don't remember a cat thing.
He was
This
telling me about
morning, was helping a sweet old Reverend. Was playing Halo tonight, and there was infestation of rodents. I went down underneath the church. This cat came and attacked me. Mangy looking thing with this awful looking mouth, worms coming out of it, bit into me. Something came in. I'll show you the fucking lump, and I had to stab it. Kind of tender, to be honest, but it's there. And that kind of matches up with the weird thing that was trying to root into her the other night. I thought it was a goddamn drunken stupor.
I mean, cats get worms.
I don't think the kind of worms that do this stuff.
To do knife wounds?
That's not what
Does
I'm
he
talking
still
about.
have is there like a lump there or no?
Yeah, no, there's visibly like a lump there, yeah.
I mean, maybe you're pretty good at like medicinal stuff, right?
Did you pull the thing out?
I tried to. It hurt like a motherfucker.
Okay.
Maybe Wanda could do it.
I might be able to.
By all
I'm
means.
starting to collect jars of dead things, so.
I'm gonna go. This is. Yeah, it's a liquor store. I'm gonna grab something hard so we can use anything in the store. So. Drink up.
Hand you a bottle of whiskey. Yeah.
I think we went for drinking. I'm not gonna tell him.
Okay. Do your worst.
Alright, so you're gonna try
Oh,
to
fuck you.
cut open the wound and figure out what's in there?
Yeah.
Alright, do you have medicine?
I have first aid?
Yeah, go ahead and give that a roll.
Oh, can I help her with that? I have first aid.
No, since you're the one being operated, I'm probably not.
So, what am I looking at here?
Roll below these numbers.
Okay, cool. Hey.
That's good, man. That's a good roll.
So, success of 5.
Okay, yeah, success for margin of 5. Yeah, you very effectively kind of managed to part where he's got this gash wound and have this pair of tweezers, and you manage to grab a hold of something that seems to be unnatural underneath the flesh, and you feel this sucking, popping sound as this thing rips through your flesh, kind of, and you kind of feel it tug, and you kind of feel it kind of almost seems like it wraps around to your bicep, and as it kind of pulls, and then snaps, and your bicep kind of resets.
There it is.
As this thing was seemingly hooked onto you somehow,
That was the
and
one.
you feel this thing slide right on out, and as you pull, the conical, fleshy, spider-like creature is all the way out here before, probably a good 6 inches away from the arm before the tentacles snap free of the arm and the wound itself.
Yeah, that's the
Holy
thing.
shit. I mean,
Apology accepted.
yeah, dude, I thought you were just some paranoid, drunken bigot. I mean, you are, but like, yeah, you're telling the truth
am
about
two
that.
of those things. I ain't no bigot. Fuck you.
Can I
saying
try
that.
to sketch like a version of it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I don't know if there's like any roll for
I
it, but
don't have anything.
go ahead, just give me an IQ roll, and yeah, just see how well you do with like capturing its image.
Okay, nope. That's failed by a margin of 2.
Yeah, you do a rough sketch. Seems more spider-like than alien-like, but you got a hold of it.
Stacy, digging that interpretation.
Yeah, it's
Is that how
not-
that makes you feel? Because it's not how it looks, but I can kind of get like the energy from that actually. I didn't know you had the creative side.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool.
All right, next plan.
I think
So-
Wanda had something.
So also today I found that my beehives were empty, and I went to investigate further, put on all the proper gear to extract the slats from their hives, and they were empty save for a very dead, infected queen. And while I was looking at this and gathering the evidence of it, something burrowed into my ear. And I promptly and very calmly extracted it. But it got a little smashed in the process. But I
Did it
also,
look like that?
it is a little smashed.
Okay,
Um,
great. So, turns out we all saw something last night. Something landed, and we all turned up at our own homes. You never heard of like stories of aliens doing this?
An abduction?
body snatchers.
Bingo.
That's usually us going to them. Like they came to us.
And then
I
they-
actually wrote this thing about how like we were actually chasing the stars and the stars chased us back. It's
Were you boxing?
crazy to think of.
Right. So, right. With that being said, we need to check out this crash site. Maybe your bag's there. I don't know. Maybe your cameras are there. But we need to investigate this.
Return
We
to
need
the
to keep,
scene. Verify it, yeah.
and we need to keep this between the four of us because we don't know who's in this town. Maybe someone in the town found us and they put us there. I don't know. The conspiracy ghosts. I wish Bert was here. I mean, he is here, but he's not here. He would make sense of all this. But we need to return back to the crash site.
Or find the second one.
I mean, regardless, same area.
Yeah. I'll with the backup camera I'm gonna grab. See if try to get hold of Ethan or Christopher. Do we want to meet up somewhere? Is there anything else you guys can grab to actually be of use?
I look at all the guns around. Yeah, I think there's quite a few things.
I'm not super comfortable with that.
I'll take care of it.
I mean, I seem to remember everything pretty okay. I'll bring a notebook, take notes, and see what I can put together and
You
shoot a
document it.
camera.
Document. She could do her interpretive drawings.
Tip her drawings.
You can shoot something, I
I'll
guess.
shoot, protect, and you can heal. And
Snake's are really smart. She could do a lot.
I just saw it.
Your first aid roll, I think with that, we can also say that you've sewn up his wound a little bit, and you've healed him a generous amount. Let me check.
Could I also clean up the cat bite and stuff. And
Yeah,
make sure it doesn't get-
you had a, what was your success margin by 5? You said, or was
yes,
that?
yes. It
I
was by
believe it
5.
was 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 second. I'll look up that. Go ahead.
After seeing her patch him up, okay, Wanda, could you actually look at this for a second and kind of like off to the side, but like wherever I got just bodied by that fucking tentacle arm that came off, which I'm assuming is like probably chest area, so hints around the corner. See if she'd see like if I have a broken rib, see if we can patch me up at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. So at the end of the night's rest, you would have healed 1 from just resting. And then for first aid, you could apply bandages and kind of just treat the wounds themselves as well. Says for the medic roll. Okay, so for 5 over 20 minutes, you can roll 1d minus 2 for HP restored for both of them. So go ahead and roll 1d for Harley and 1d for Miss Petty Dreadful, this character Stacy, and you can get to that minus 2. I think minimum of 1. So
You go 1. You go 1.
alright, so you guys both heal 1 from the first aid that she's applied.
You're
as well.
welcome. Miracles have been worked.
And we heal 1 automatically from.
Resting, yes. Yeah, so if you've taken any damage otherwise, you would heal 1 from just having the night's
I
rest.
actually woke up a little sore too. I guess I'll probably be alright though. I can handle it.
Okay.
All right. We all can jump in my truck then.
I'm not gonna ride in the back. I see you guys do that around town. It's actually super dangerous, especially driving under the
Y'all have a problem with that? I gotta get there fast.
I'll sit in the back, it's fine.
There you go. You said problem with
Or
me.
actually,
I
give me
have
keys.
a normal vehicle, and I could just drive this. Probably feel a little more comfortable with that. Actually, it's made this really cool mix too. I was kind of hoping some people would listen to. Yeah, I'll drive. That's fine, guys.
I'll follow you there. I got New Creedence Clearwater Revival. By new, I mean quite a few years old.
New to you.
New to me.
I mean, you had that thing in your truck, though. You're comfortable going back in there.
Yes, I drove here with it.
And then just pulled it out of your arm. I don't know. Seems unnecessarily risky. But yeah, you could split up.
All right.
If your lack of music taste is gonna mean you can't ride with the rest of us, even though you just said we're all sticking together and stuff.
Well, now that you bring it up, your car can fit all you guys, and I can fit the rest of the goddamn guns in my cab now. So, works out perfect.
I have a trunk.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to split up from us, man? I feel like this is more than just like the gun thing.
Mason.
I get you're
Mason.
older and a lot of the town doesn't really accept you. I don't have a problem with you, man. I don't think any of us here do.
It seems like you do have a problem with me, and
I just said
I've dealt
you
with
don't.
little shits like you all my goddamn life, and we're about to face the end of the world. Goddamn
Do you have a
aliens.
car?
I don't need to put up with your bullshit.
I was thinking
work
maybe
better if we work
walking
together.
would be.
That's what I'm saying.
even-
Work
Might be
together, and then you just said
faster
split
than
up.
this, and
So
I
we actually
don't
have
wanna
to
wait
go
I'll be
together.
at the side.
Okay, so we're walking.
Yeah.
You see the girls start walking down the street as you guys are arguing about whose car to take.
Look,
Are you guys gonna fill us in on it, or are you just walking off?
everybody wants to get in and get in. I got to load the guns up.
Man, so many individuals in this group.
Alright, so what are you guys doing? You guys hopping in a car?
I don't know. Two of you start walking off. What are we doing? You didn't want to help actually solve problems with us, so what's the solution, guys?
Harley brings his guns. That'll take up a lot of space. We'll ride with you, and we'll all drive there together. We won't really be split up. Can we just go? And she pulls out her little roach clip and lights this one. Just like holding on by a thread.
As long as we just get moving, I'll get in the back seat.
Yeah, none of you guys have eaten today. It's getting a little bit late as you guys start to head out of town towards the farm where you guys have
I'm
managed.
gonna grab the
to get
camera
lost.
first.
Oh, so you're gonna swing by
Or
your
we
place?
could grab a bite to eat. I can have them meet us at the diner.
Or
get
Big
the
A's.
equipment. That's a bar.
We got good wings.
I think the diner
Yes.
works for everyone.
Can you get into the bar?
Yeah. Why are you siding with the bar option?
No,
do you want to be drunk for this, or do you want to go eat?
She said she liked the wings, so I didn't.
No,
I thought you were
not in
vegetarian.
real life. Like,
Oh.
or not.
Okay, never mind.
I thought you were vegetarian.
They have
Oh, never mind.
cauliflower wings.
Never mind. Then I wouldn't say anything.
Delicious.
So yeah, let's all grab a bite to eat. Maybe talk about things, chill out a little bit, and then I'll get the equipment, and then we'll go. Is that cool?
Yeah, man.
All right. We'll swing by the diner. I'm gonna call and see if Ethan or Christopher can meet us.
Okay, yeah. So you guys start to head towards the diner. You call Christopher and Ethan. Christopher's number goes unanswered, but Ethan very quickly picks up. Oh, hey, Mason.
Hey, still sort of working on that thing we were talking about for the Healing Holes project thing.
Yeah, cool.
Still working with Wanda on that. Do you have the backup camera?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, my grandparents. We were shooting a commercial for the grocery store, but yeah, no, we got it. Yeah,
Cool.
So it's
Can
over
you
at the
swing
grocery
that
store.
by
Yeah.
the diner and drop it off to me there?
Yeah, I'll be there. How soon?
As soon as possible. Lunch is on me, man.
All right, dope. Dude. Cool. All right, I'll see you then.
Cool.
All right, it kind of hangs up. Anything else anybody's gonna do on the way to the diner?
Nope.
Cool. Oh yeah, you guys all head towards the Gracie's diner. Yeah, you guys head into Gracie's diner. It's a little after lunch, so you kind of hit quite a lull. You see Grace behind it. Grace is a female of her late 20s. You can see clearly upon her face signs of where she used to have some more exotic piercing engages. She still manages to wear her small nose ring. She kind of glances over her dark, deep black hair that's clearly dyed in a pixie cut. Kind of looking very messily this morning as she kind of glances over and kind of notices the strange group that's kind of entered the room. Not quite the normal grouping she would normally see, but some familiar faces, which she's happy to see. She nods and says, Wanda! Mason, hey!
Hey,
going?
Grace, what's up? Yeah, just stopping by for lunch, meeting some people. Everything cool with you? Anything weird happen?
It's pretty normal.
I know you're having problems with the faucet.
Yeah, no, that's normal too.
Yeah.
So complete shit,
Yeah.
Do you guys talking about going out there last night, right?
Yeah, got a little turned around. We're still gonna get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, cool. She kind of hands you guys some menus. Yeah, seat yourselves. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, over food.
I'm ready. BLT.
Extra
D.
We'll get that started for you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
just the usual hash browns for me.
Sure.
Just like the breakfast platter and a coffee.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thanks.
I have had such a morning.
She kind of glances at you.
It's like,
Oh, honey, and she kind of goes, just leans over and kind of hugs you.
Can I just have the breakfast tofu scramble?
Of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thanks.
She kind of goes back and
Oh, you remember my hash browns? No meat, right?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. She glances back confused. Yeah, extra cheese though, right? Okay. Kind of nods. It goes back to the kitchen. You guys all take a seat at one of the booths near the edge of the store. Kind of glancing around, just a few people in the store itself. You actually notice that you see old Hilda and George Watson, the grandparents of Ethan, who's on his way to the diner itself as well, having their late lunch, seemingly taking a break and closing down the grocery store. Sitting there quietly on the opposite side of the diner, having some chit-chat about something or another. You see that Hilda, she's an elderly lady, very small in stature, with a large curly hair of gray beehive shooting up from her appearance. And you see George is a slender older man who's kind of wiry and muscular in his state, as well as wearing some glasses that seem to be well outdated. Kind of acknowledge you guys in a short sense, especially you, Mason, knowing that you're quite good friends with Ethan, and nodding and going about their business. And you guys take your seats. Is there anything you guys particularly would want to bring up?
What friend is coming?
Ethan, our camera guy. He's gonna bring it back up. It's awesome what you were able to remember and stuff, but I think it's good if we get some evidence, you know.
No, it's definitely better. I'm
Do you have any more drawings? It was actually really pretty cool.
No, I mean I could try to do another one. It's not really. It's not like a big hobby of mine or anything, but sometimes like I don't have a camera, so
No,
sketch it
that's
out.
awesome, man. Yeah.
This Ethan friend. You're not gonna tell him what happened or anything, right?
No.
Good.
How does the entire town not know about this, though?
That's what I'm
There was
saying.
a
Something's
huge explosion.
fucked
Is
up.
this the Twilight Zone?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask about, to see if everyone seems pretty normal. And I feel like it will look weird if I go out asking everyone hey, anything weird happened last
We
night?
need to come out with evidence.
That's what we're going up there first.
That's true.
Confirm, and then we move around the town, try to get some answers. But this has to stay between the four of us. We don't know who we can trust right now.
But even if it doesn't stay between us, it's already gotten out, right? Like it's in the church. It was in her beehive.
If it's what we're thinking. Do you remember the cloud? I remember inhaling stuff.
Yeah, like
we might have
gas.
walked into some weird,
The Twilight Zone.
I was gonna say mushroom patch, but yeah. I
About
don't
at this time, you hear a loud ding as the door swings open, and you see a very excited Alan Finch wandering through the door. Alan Finch is a man in his early 50s, and he's taught school for about 30 years. Probably each one of you guys have been in tutelage of him. Harley, probably in his younger years. He's a well-renowned and well-liked science teacher and local. He has a face with a large mustache, kind of adorns it. He garners some symptoms of male pattern baldness and very large glasses. He is walking in with this skinny, wiry figure, very excited with a jaunt in his step, and kind of glances over and nods at you guys. Hey, how's it going, kids? And he kind of nods and takes a seat over at the bar of the diner tables. And you can see he has a notebook that he immediately pulls out and starts jotting down some notes into.
Weren't you didn't teachers like you a lot?
I passed classes. I don't know if I was a favorite.
Oh.
Do you want me to? I think it'd be better if you talk.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You can come with me.
Okay.
Cool.
Mineral will talk then.
Sure, yeah. You guys go up to approach Alan. Just you two?
Just those two.
What's happening?
I'll linger for a moment, but I'll go.
Okay. We'll say let's do a reaction roll. Probably for Stacy would be a bonus. So you guys get +1 to this reaction roll.
Jesus Christ.
Very poor.
Throw Stacy down.
And you kind of notice he glances over and says, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah, we're just coming to see, what's going on with you. I don't check up on you enough, man. You're my favorite teacher. You know that, right?
Right, yeah, Michael...
This is why you're my favorite.
Yeah, right.
Everyone knew I was.
Michael Abernathy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they're wild.
Right,
So
and
bad.
Stacy. It kind of glances and kind of quickly moves his eyes back, focusing back towards Mason.
Anyway, dining alone today?
A real exciting night, but it's up pretty late. It's my breakfast.
Oh, what happened?
You guys didn't notice?
Notice.
I mean, I just called it in to the National Services. We got a meteor strike last night.
Yeah, actually, I did notice that.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
It's pretty exceptional. I mean, the thing must be huge. I haven't gone out to find it yet. Honestly, best to leave it to the authorities, in my opinion. But I called it in. Hopefully they name it after me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. When did you call it in?
As soon as I saw it.
Oh, you called it last night.
Yeah. This is probably around 1 a.m., probably 2 a.m. Around there.
Tight. Is that you didn't check it out though yet?
No. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, honestly, I think Mr. Roddenhill owns that property, and I tried calling him, and he's not answering. But I mean, as soon as he gives me permission, I swear I'm gonna put the whole hiking boots on and go out there and try to check it out. But I think some people from the National Weather Service are gonna be coming by here soon to check it out.
Did you see just one or like a shower or?
Just looked like one to me. And did you guys notice it last night? Were you guys up late? Dude, start watching like I always do.
Yeah, actually. Let me just say that. Sometimes I feel like the stars are watching us, you know?
Well, lucky I'm. Hold on a second. What?
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay.
What year did Stardust come out?
He glances over and says, right. Have a nice time, Mason. Right? Mason? That's what it was. Mason. Okay, nods and says, bye, Stacy.
See you, Miss Finch.
While they're talking, I like to have a word with her.
Sure.
You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. Why do you hang out with the Mason boy?
Hang out is a very, very strong phrase to use.
Well, y'all were smoking weed up there when me and Stacy found you.
We were.
He looks at you.
He's also a child. I'm not concerned about it. No, it was more trying to take down the meat factory, and
What?
they're polluting the water. And so we were out on the ranch, and Stacy had offered to help, but I had forgotten to text her, and so then we got lost, and I remembered, and we found signal, and then
Okay.
we laid down because I needed to smoke some weed and watch the stars, and, well...
I mean, you know me. I'm all about conspiracy theories. But the meat packing hurting the town, that's just crazy. That's nuts. So, I'm just happy to hear that boy's not poisoning your mind. Unlike what he was doing to my friend Bert about his niece. That's uncalled for. Disgusting, really.
What are you talking about?
Oh, his insinuating. Anyways, let's eat up and let's get back to the UFO. I cocked my gun. Not here.
Yeah, you guys finishing up your conversation, begin to head back to the booth. And about that time as well, you see old Sheriff
God damn.
pop in.
Dip the hat a little bit.
Yeah, so you see Sheriff Diane Newmont popping in for her normal hourly coffee. Popping over and glances over, notices the group over there. You see, instead of going to the counter and ordering a coffee, she wanders over to your guys' booth. Wanda? How are you?
Delightful. And you?
Oh, just lovely. Had a nice early night. Went to bed. Watched some old Law and Order, as usual.
Excellent.
Hope you had a nice early night as well.
Reduce, recycle. You know, I had a very it was, yes.
Nice early night.
Yes, of course. It was. It was beautiful. Lovely.
Oh yeah, and whereabouts were you?
You know, there's this little patch of grass, and I enjoy stargazing. You know, I find it to be, you know, Sheriff, it's one of the best ways to reconnect with nature and with the deep and truest version of yourself. And
You begin to see Sheriff just like nodding past what you're saying.
I find that at least once a month, I need to reconnect with my spirit as a human and as a woman, Sheriff. And I think you should really consider that. Again, I've already had my monthly, you know, connection. But next month we can find just a grassy knoll and spend a calm evening and just you know, really have a nice quiet evening. But it's over early. Like I said, I was just, you know, done pretty early.
Yeah, you can see she's a bit offended at everything that's just happening to her. She kind of glances, right. Well, it's good you didn't go do anything too crazy then. Just hang out. Mr. Roddenhill mentioned there was some odd noises and shaking around his house. Hopefully it wasn't anything you guys were doing up to, but I was going to go check it out later tonight. Hopefully I don't find any, you know, semblances of trespassing on his property or anything. Of course I wouldn't, though, right?
No, I mean, I think the rumor around town is that there's a great cataclysmic event from the heavens and it landed over there.
A
meteorite or whatever.
Yeah, as you guys are mentioning that, you hear from over on the counter, Alan say, a meteor, not a meteor shower. And you kind of see Diane kind of glance over. She kind of glances back at you guys and she says, right. She starts to head over towards Alan to sort of strike up conversation with him about what he knows. Believing you guys be.
Smooth.
Wanda.
Just say no.
You said some really interesting things right there.
Sorry, spit everywhere.
That's okay.
I like that
Tofu kind of just like dribbles out of it.
We been talking to Alan. I guess that little tidbit. Looks like we're not the only ones that'll be checking out the site. Might be a little too late, actually. Alan called it in last night.
Well, that's damning to hear.
We gotta go now. Right?
Do you have a press pass?
Did we have a press pass last night?
No, I'm just
I mean, to check it out now. There's probably people already there.
call in to the old asshat that owns the land, and let him know you want to interview him, and
Oh.
and then maybe you can get on the land, and it won't be as suspicious, and then we can pretend to be your camera crew.
You are friends with, what's his name? It's
Christopher.
It's Christopher, right?
Yeah.
Could we get on like we're doing a...
His dad's not really cool about that stuff.
But
It's actually kind of a pain in the ass. He
Christopher?
bankrolls a lot of our stuff through Christopher, I guess, but he isn't like exactly the most cooperative. I could talk to him. Probably I'd do a better job than some other people's. I could talk to him.
About at this time, you see your friend Ethan bounce into the store carrying his satchel of his camera in it, and he glances over and sees his grandparents and immediately beelines over towards them and starts to have a conversation with them. But you can see clearly as your camera. And you see Diane refilled her coffee, has started to head out, and kind of nods over to you guys and says, "Well, sounds like it was a meteor. Stay out of trouble." Kind of starts to head out.
Always.
You know me.
Kind of shakes her head over at you and just leaves.
So I guess there's a couple options. We could check out the site itself. There might be some like workers there already, or weather, or I don't know what sort of people would be there. If you don't have any credentials, I might be able to talk our way in. I get away with people. If not, I mean, Christopher he didn't answer my text earlier. We'll talk to Ethan and see if there's something going on. Sheriff said there was weird noises or something at his house. That's kind of concerning, since it was so close to where it all happens, and these things spread out to the church and your bee stuff. So it was for sure something at the actual place. I don't know. What angle do you think we should go after first?
I mean, maybe we scout out where we all got in last night and see if there's anybody there, and then if there's not, maybe we can get in before anybody else gets there. If not, we're gonna have to come up with a story. I mean, if there's a meteor, I'm in like classes for this kind of thing. I could say I'm writing it for an assignment. I don't know if that would get us close enough or not, but if you could help, that would be good, because I'm not.
Yeah,
The
I'm
best.
always willing to help you. Anything going on? Seem to have a lot of troubles. I used to be like you.
Okay, so
Awkward, shy, didn't know my place in the world. And eventually you realize it doesn't even matter. Like,
How
you have
old
to
are you
live for
again?
you. So, I'm an adult for sure.
Mhm.
Graduated. Yeah, let's check out the. I'm done with my food. I'll go grab the camera. We can head to the site.
cool.
I mean, none of us are that old. You're not that old.
I am.
Well, yeah.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Can we smoke in here? In the diner? Because I've been doing it the entire time.
You sit in the smoking booth.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. They're smoking this in 2006.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's sexy still.
Okay.
No,
So
my
you get-
mom's actually a lot older than my dad. Ethan.
Yeah, as soon as you yell at Ethan, Ethan kind of glances over. Oh, yeah, okay. Kind of says like a quick word to his grandparents and hovers over towards you guys. Hey Mason, yeah, here's the stuff.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Wanda wants me to keep working with her on that sort of ego angle she's got going on. It's been super interesting, actually.
He kind of nods, seemingly impressed, kind of glance over. Nice, man, nice.
Yeah. Have you seen Chris? He didn't answer my text.
No, not since last night, man.
Oh yeah, how'd the party go?
It was wild, dude. It was like probably one of the best parties of the summer so far. It's only like the third party of the summer, but it's probably one of the best parties of the summer so far.
I mean, yeah, I've had my share, but
Yeah, I mean,
kind of doing like important work now.
yeah, no. I mean, like, I don't want to like discount like the filming and stuff like that. I really wanted to do that, but like Chris was like really insistent. But
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since last night. Oh, I mean, well, I guess he dropped me off last night back at the house. That's the last I heard.
So he's probably just home, hungover.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, if you hear from him, just let him know that I might swing by his place.
Cool, yeah. Did you get the footage last night?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. We'll have to see it, look over it or something.
Yeah, no, I think...
I don't know if you
think
need my input or anything, but...
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, cool.
It's just the raw stuff. I mean, this is your area of expertise. I'll definitely refer
Sure,
to you.
yeah. Okay, cool,
But
man.
yeah, take it easy. Wait, his grandparents. Alright, thanks, man.
Yeah, cool. And he kind of rushes back over to his grandparents and continues the conversation he was having with them.
Alright.
I would go up to Grace and kind of lean on the counter and, you know, make sure I pay her and tip her well and whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
Grace,
What's up, honey?
this town is just
Fucking too much. Yeah, I know.
too much, and it's just getting so much worse. And the fucking meteoroid, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know
Landed.
what's got Alan going on about, but Jesus Christ, does he not shut up about it?
Yeah. Well, you know, when crazy things happen like this, you know, bad things happen in threes. Your water, this space junk, and now who knows what's next, but just please be careful. You know I'm not really superstitious, but I have my beliefs, and I just want to make sure you're okay.
Well, I mean, do you like sense some bad energy coming our way or something?
Oh, yeah. Like a cloud of just paralyzing gas, and you just befuddles you. I just feel like that's just rolling through town, and like, you know, my bees disappeared, and I just don't. I don't.
All
I
right.
don't
Well,
know. I don't know.
I'm stuck here working double shifts. You know, with all the extra activity coming up with 4th of July, so I'll be here, and you know,
stay
just
safe in here.
come by if you need anything, hon. Okay.
Okay.
And you know, I'll try not to take the shotgun underneath the counter and blow my brains out while I mend all of these poor fool's appetites. And she kind of glances over at Alan and just kind of sighs and starts to move back towards what she's doing.
I pull out some sage from my bag and grab like a little saucer that's like there somewhere, and she just lights it like with like super unceremoniously, just like at the sound of like that kind of like ominous prediction. She's like, "Fuck this shit!" Just lights some sage, and she kind of waves around and smiles at people eating. "You're welcome," and she puts it back down, cleanses the room, and she's ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, you head back over to the table, and you guys have all finished up your meals. You're ready to go.
Got one to go though.
Meal to go.
Oh, you got an extra meal to go. Okay, sure.
BLT.
Sure enough, you got a second BLT to go, and you guys pile in the car and begin to head towards where you guys entered into Charles Roddenhill's property.
Shit.
Now equipped with a new camera and your knowledge from last.
I'll, on our way out, I'll pay for his meals as a peace offering. I feel like we got off the wrong foot, man. I feel like there's more to me than you see, and I'm starting to think there's more to you than I used to think, too. I feel like you're a man who appreciates a free BLT.
You know what? You said a lot of mean things. Wrong things. Saying I'm a bigot, saying I'm attracted to my best friend's niece.
No, that was just a story to get Bert.
But you're right.
Yeah.
I do appreciate free BLT. I oblige.
She was still sitting next to you.
You wish.
I know. The
Okay.
fears I wrote down
Yeah,
on my
no.
character sheet.
We'll head that way.
Alrighty, you guys all pile into one of the cars and begin to head your way out to the location where you guys cross over the fences and park your vehicles. You see the worn spots of where your cars were parked last night, but for the most part it seems undisturbed for now.
Let's be sneaky.
Let's go through. Just bring like.
I'll just bring my lucky ones.
Yeah. It won't look like a camera crew if you're
I get it.
showing up strapped. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Sorry about your bees.
Thank you. We'll find them.
Okay.
You guys begin to trek your way through the woods. Let's go ahead and do a survival check from anybody who has it, and attempt to try to retrace your steps from last night.
I am
Oh, cool.
naturalist
Not quite what you need.
in area knowledge, which is
Win
more
by a margin
social.
of 4.
Okay.
Win by a margin of 3.
Okay. Yeah, these two over here are very able and capable, as they were last night, to find their way
Okay.
back past the trail that they had originally wandered through. And sure enough, sooner or later you guys come across the scorched earth that led for nearly half a mile through the hills of this Iowa field, and you guys begin to follow it again until you guys come upon the crater that was there before. And as you guys crest over the hill, you begin to see a familiar sight. No blue glowing light this time, but you see this large rectangular shape appearing just off in the distance.
There it is. Just like my dreams.
I want to do a search roll to see if I can see any trace of our stuff.
You'd have to get quite a bit closer if you
Okay.
wanted to try to find any of your guys' previous stuff, but if that's what you choose to do, then
I'll go up there with you.
okay.
Is there anyone else here? Like glancing around, there's no like trucks.
Everybody go and give
perception?
me a perception. Yeah. See if you notice any other disturbances besides your own.
Can I use survival for tracking that?
Sure.
Win by a margin of 2.
Oh, I actually have tracking. I'm an idiot.
Fail by 5.
I flat. So I succeed, but
Beat it by 2.
Okay, yeah, for the most part, you guys look around, some of you more successfully than others, kind of glancing, and seems the only trails that you see around this area so far have been your own from last night.
Looks like we beat him here.
okay, let's.
Make it quick.
Go
Remember,
fast.
like, there's like the gas. Shit was dangerous, so let's just be careful this time.
Oh, you can call it if you don't. But would I have been able to get like a gas mask or something from Bert's on their way out?
Probably be something he'd keep in the bunker.
Okay, that's fine.
You want to sell them?
Probably not.
No.
Okay. Then no.
Okay.
Then
Yeah, you give it in head up. Go ahead and give me a search roll. Are you looking for your specific journals and other things, or are you looking for the cameras, or what exactly are you looking for?
Probably the camera, because that had the most footage. So
Okay.
that would be my first priority. Would be
Sure. Go ahead and give me a search roll.
nope. That's 9. Margin of 2. I failed.
Yeah, you're glancing around the area. You're having trouble finding anything of note
Okay.
around, and you're kind of trying to retrace where your guys' path was, but it's becoming increasingly difficult. Anybody else doing anything as they're kind of glancing around the area? Alright, are you guys approaching the ship?
Yes.
Alright, as you guys go to approach the ship, you see it much in the state it was last night when you left it. The door of it seemingly widely swung open, leading to the top, clearly transparent. Now in the daylight, you can kind of see it seems to have some sort of protruding holes at the top of the exposed side of the rectangular shape of the ship. And inside of it, you see no longer is it filled with this blue ichor. It is now filled with a shriveled, kind of blackened lump of fleshiness. Inside of what seems to be some sort of ship itself, you see there's a panel. and there's a faint glow, symbols along the panel itself, behind this fleshy, dried up creature. What would you guys like to do?
Are you getting it on?
No, I probably already have radiation already. Pick the thing up.
Sure, yeah, you go to reach for it and grab it. Give it a heft. Thing's heavier than it should be, you feel like, but you manage to lift it up and it's dead weight and floppy, and something gets snagged along the ship as you pull it out. You hear it tearing as you kind of pull it and snaps free.
Alright. Now I'll investigate the ship.
Interesting. I've never. Does it make sense to you? Like it got some
Why
sort
you would
of like.
grab it to begin with? Oh.
I mean, that too. But like,
You gotta find out what the panel is.
yeah, I can check out the panel. Do you want to check out the creature? Like it seemed like you didn't shoot it or anything, did you?
Not this one. Fuck
No,
no.
we got this.
Ran
So
the
it like
fuck
died
away.
and then shriveled out. Like
Maybe the sun or the atmosphere. It had holes in the ship, and maybe
We
you
did.
just hadn't
If I remember
survive
correctly,
in our
it
terraformed
fell
it.
before we left, anyways. And then we came back, and then the gas hit
When-
us.
So
Right?
the spider, whatever it was on me, and as we started to walk away, it fell and collapsed. And when you shot that spider, it fell. It seems like it died right when you shot it. So
It climbed back in its ship at least.
yeah, it got there. So
So maybe
maybe
this
that little guy was like the
first out of the host.
brain. Maybe.
Maybe.
seems like maybe they can't survive here without being in something like a cat or.
I'm already left.
Me?
I heard the music start and I left.
Yeah, seems fair.
But how many ships had to have dropped for us to have found all those other ones?
Well, maybe
Well,
there
there's
was
that.
more than one on the ship.
Do you want to like look at this thing like science class style, and I'll check out the ship.
I guess. I guess.
Do
Okay.
that. I'll help
You
you.
got your knife?
Yep.
I'm
Alright.
gonna go in the ship.
Okay, so you can search the ship for kind of the random particulates of it, or you can try to do a technology roll that would kind of try to figure out some
Do
sort
that.
of rough
Right.
understanding of how it works.
Electronics operation.
Okay, good. Go ahead and roll it. Now that you've had a little bit of time, instead of at -3, -1.
Fell by 2.
Yeah, you begin to hit some buttons here and there, kind of poking around. What would you like
Can I
to
do
do?
a search roll while he does a technology?
Yeah,
check?
you go in and search and
Okay.
start looking for things in the ship itself.
No, that's 3.
Fail by 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of glancing around. Don't quite notice anything. As you see Mason's kind of poking around at some circuit board or something that's going on in the back end of this. You guys go up to look at the corpse of the creature that seems to have been pulled out of it. What are you making a roll for? You guys like some medicine or first aid roll or something along those lines?
Could we
But
naturalist? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, sure. You can do a naturalist roll.
Can I help her with that? I have that as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
We'll say she can roll it at a +2 for your aid.
okay.
You got 13.
13.
There you go.
You got it.
That in, so a margin of 2. Win by.
Okay. Yeah, you glance at this thing. Your natural skills, your knowledge of things known. It's the most unknown thing you've ever seen. It is clearly not of this world. It doesn't seem like it's anything that's been morphed. Honestly, the most familiar thing seems to be the tentacles shooting out from it. Seems oddly reminiscent, familiar of the creatures that you've seen. And oddly out of place with the rest of the creature that's sitting in front of you.
Is there eyes, a mouth?
Yeah, as you're glancing around, you can see that it seems to have a bipedal nature.
Okay.
But it's hard to tell what's its natural state and what is its bloated and then retracted and shriveled state.
2 tentacles? I don't know why I made that movement. 2 tentacles?
You kind of notice there seems to be at least one structure that seems natural,
Okay.
and the rest seem to have a protruding of tentacles. You kind
Okay.
of start to count them, maybe like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard to tell because one of them looks like it might be an open wound that was just kind of torn apart from it.
All right. The infection. This is how we die. The infection's already spread. I think.
Yeah, it seems kind of clear that whatever this creature was, it's not in its natural state.
Right.
Whatever you're finding it in.
That little fucking spider thing. Those are infecting the goddamn town right now.
And as you guys say that and looking at each other, you begin to hear this loud, very loud roar as right as Mason hits a specific button, you hear the thrusters kick in on this
We got a spaceship.
little pod that you guys are interacting with, and you begin to see it glow, this burning blue light, and you feel the thing shift and start to shove itself into the ground, and you start to feel the heat of it start to irradiate from the thing. You see it's quite unstable, and you start to see this flashing, ominous white light coming from inside of the ship itself.
I'm going to
Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
take off in the air, tip my head.
I
Slow
die
motion
now.
as I fly up. No, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Alright, you guys are both running instead
Yeah,
of
bye.
doing anything else? Okay. Yeah, you see them just start to take a full sprint away from the ship. What are you two doing?
My gun's trained on it. Fuck, too goddamn curious on what's in there.
Mason, turn it off.
I'm running away. I can't.
Fuck. Do we check out the other crash
It's gonna
side?
blow or something.
He's right. Back away.
I know the sound of things going wrong.
Yeah, as that happens, do you guys start to leave or head towards it?
Yeah, we'll start to leave.
Start to leave, man.
Alright, yeah, you guys start to make a mad dash, full sprint out of the area. Go ahead and everybody give me an HT roll for how vigorous this run is.
Nope.
Oh,
I meet it
that's
as-
terrible. Oh, not that bad. I forgot that's a 6, not a 9. Okay, so a margin of +3.
Margin 3 as well.
Failed by 2.
I meet it.
Okay, only Stacy is particularly fatigued by this, losing 1 fatigue point as you are just in full sprint, and the fear that's taking over you from this is a bit too much for you to handle as your body, and you begin to see this glowing white hot light come from the hill that you guys were just upon, and you hear this loud explosion that crashes and shakes the ground around you as you hear just what sounds like the loudest explosion of the loudest firework you've ever heard in your life just kind of smash over the hill. The explosion's force wave itself knocking you guys down to the ground. So you look back and see the decimated hill that was once the pod itself. And that is where we'll call session 1 of the GURPS Horror Romp, Taste of Truth.
Taste of truth.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We do an after show?
Yeah, we can do an after show. We'll do an after show. We're going to talk about what happened, how much you like it. If you're on Patreon, you'll be able to experience that with us. Otherwise, follow us on all of our social medias. We're at TableGoth on Instagram and Twitter, as well as, if you are watching on Twitch, you can catch up with later episodes or episodes you might have missed of our other various streaming games at YouTube. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, catch us live, mostly on Sundays, to watch the episodes as they premiere. And we'll be in the chat and hanging out and chatting about what's going on. So,
Conspiracy theories.
and also very much talking about all these conspiracy theories. So, thanks everybody for joining us, and join us for the after show afterwards.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.